Welcome everyone to Couch Potato. Today on Creators Talk Creation, I have a creator with me, a comedian with me, who has a broken finger.
Yeah, we were just discussing about how Mayank broke his toe, and
Yeah,
then I showed him this. This is a very.
broke
It
my
seems like
foot
a
basically. Yeah.
playing football. Yeah, but you didn't like. It wasn't a tackle. You tripped over the ball and you broke it, right?
Yeah.
Did you like? Was it like a Ronaldinho moment where you like let's experiment with these step overs and then you slipped and fell
Yeah,
down, or
yeah.
was it during a match?
So it was during a match, but I was trying to do something new, and then that's when this happened.
Okay. Because like football's version of, like, in cricket you do the bowling
Yeah.
or like the batting. Football's version is you just find like a piece of like a bottle and then you just start
Yeah.
doing step overs over it, right? That's like the football version of that. So I've had one of those trips as well where like, you're
Yeah.
like, I'm Neymar, and then you do a couple and then you just like slip sideways and fall.
Right. But
Hi, I'm Aamer. So what's up, man? We've never met, right?
we have once in the green room of the Bullshit Comedy Club's mic that we called you
Bullshit
on.
comedy.
Yeah, that's
Oh
my
no,
club. Yeah.
no, I mean like live, like, hey, what's
No,
up,
no,
bro?
no. We
Like, hi,
haven't.
I'm
We haven't.
Amir.
I
Okay, you
want to.
haven't.
I want to meet you, Shanky, like the whole Bangalore and South Indian scene. I want to meet you guys and hang out, but because I'm a huge fan of the South Indian scene,
Okay.
I love your writing. I say
Really
this in
mine? Or?
every podcast.
Thank you so much. But yeah, I don't really. If you're gonna say like my writing, confess I don't really write. I stopped writing once I started getting laughs because I never used to get laughs when I used to like
Right.
write, like physically write.
Yeah.
Like I've been, like my set's been in my head since like 2017, 16,
Wow.
17. Like it's been in my head. Like I would have like bullet points in my notebook,
Yeah.
but like the whole joke and stuff, it's all like in my head.
Damn.
So
That's a talent.
sometimes, I guess, sometimes I actually like panic and do some bits that like are really old. That's like the crutch of it, basically.
Yeah.
Sometimes like I'd be in like a show where, I'm trying to remember a new joke that I have written, but like the dead air where the silence goes on for too long, then I just panic and be like, so kabaddi. This was like a joke from my first year. So sometimes I do that. That's because like I'm not really strict with what I'm not doing and what I'm doing.
Hmm.
But so it comes like sometimes I'll do like such a new joke when like the stakes are too high
Yeah.
because of that, because all my bits are in my head. I don't really plan a set. I just walk in with like, I look at every set and like I walk in with like, 65 minutes of material. That's what I have come up with in 9 years, which is like too less.
Right.
But yeah, I would just, every time I'm getting up on stage, open mic or a corporate or any like a Comics Town audition or whatever, just like walk in with like 65.
Oh, you
70.
you you went to the Comic Town audition?
The first season, yeah. Oh, it's a very funny story, and this is probably the first time I'm gonna speak because I think the statute of limitations is over. I think
This still okay?
there's like a 3-year thing. Like
Yeah.
globally, 3 years is the thing that you.
Yeah. So I think it has been more than 3 years. It
First
came
season
back in
was
2018 June, and
June.
then
Okay.
2019 June was the second season, I think, and then now like yeah, obviously.
I mean, basically, I had audition and I did really well. Comic
Yeah.
Sans season 1 auditions. I was like one of the best apparently. Like because we know the judges from like the comedy scene and
Of
stuff
course,
like that.
yeah.
So we just like do a hi hello like and like speak about like jokes and stuff or whatever. If you're writing something, you discuss it, right? So one of the judges was like at an open mic and he told us like, so this is so Shanky and I were like 1 and 2 like all over India,
Wow.
like all over Comicstan. This is what I've been told. It's one of those things that I remembered because like my name was like top 2 something like,
Yeah.
for the first time and stuff like that. So I remember. And then he told me. So basically, so I did go with Shanky and Sejal were there from the Bangalore scene.
Yeah.
Comics from the first season. So it was me, Shanky, and Sejal at first. and I flew to Bombay and stayed at the, like the service apartment where all the contestants were staying. Did some of the, in reality shows they have those, like, they show the scene, like they show the live show, and then they cut into like, so yes, so we arrived at the hotel, and then you do that.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
So
You talk about your experience
yeah,
and
yeah,
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 what's
yeah.
going on in the
Oh my
moment.
God, Kanan Gill was there. I couldn't believe it. Like those type of stuff. Mayank, just let me know if I'm breathing into the mic. I have this terrible habit. So every time
Okay.
I record a podcast, I breathe into the mic. So when I'm editing, I'm like, oh my God,
Right,
we
right.
did it again. Anyway, so yeah, so I did like a couple of those. And then, like, before the first episode was shot, like I think a day before it, Arnav replaced me. Because
Arnab,
Arnav Rao, Arnav Rao.
Arnab Rao. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why though?
Why? Because just, I don't know. I'm like a dirt bag online, and like my set is pretty dirt baggy, you know. Dirt baggy in
Oh,
the
okay.
sense like I have some bits that
Yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah,
be
yeah. I get it.
televised.
You've told
I had a
me in the
joke about
even in
having
the
sex with pregnant people and all. So
even in
yeah,
the green room we discussed, like we were discussing about this, and yeah, you said that.
yeah. So
Also, they wanted clean comics, like sort of, like who had some kind of
kind
a.
of. I'm also like not, when it came out, I kind of understood completely. Like when the first season came out, I completely understood why I wouldn't be in the show, and I was kind of relieved that I didn't do it, because that vibe is too like,
Restricted.
I don't restricted is there as well,
Yeah.
but like actually, stand-up comedians in India are actually. It's not so restricted, because you can say stuff like motherfucker, fucker, and all. Like these things are not censored. The only things that are censored are like if you take like a politician's name, or
Yeah.
if you're like taking a god's name and stuff like that. If you do that kind of stuff, that would get you in trouble. But you could talk about sex all you want; it wouldn't like get weird. You could talk about drugs as well. Like, so you can push it to places, but some places just no go.
Hmm.
And like in my audition, see, they say that, bro, you just talk about anything, man. It's up to
Yeah.
you.
Oh.
Some people shouldn't be getting that advice, in the sense like I'm one of those people. I'm a person that you would tell like, no, stay away from that kind of stuff. Like, because if you tell me like you can talk about anything, I'd be like, so Allah, right? And then blah 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 or something, right? Just bleep
I
it out,
get it.
okay? I mean, and then so you do get into that. That's when I was like getting cancelled for actually following my dream, or being like who I
Yeah.
want to be and stuff like that, which is weird. It was kind of weird, yeah.
Right. So you got to know after the show came out that you are not like your bits have been edited out.
Um, no. I knew it then itself when I was replaced on the day. So before the first episode was shot, like one day before it, I was replaced. That's when I realized, oh, okay, I'm not gonna be in the show.
Oh,
Like,
sure.
yeah, none at all.
Damn.
Yeah. No, but I was quite relieved that I wasn't in it.
Right.
Actually, yeah, I didn't go for the shooting, but dude, they came and told me like they were. They came and told me, Aamer, I don't think we can have you at the show. First of all, like I was using the N word all throughout. Like since 2006, I was on Facebook, and like my statuses, everything was like, N word this,
Yeah.
Real Madrid, fuck these N words, basically. Like, stuff like that, like football stuff, like Chelsea, they won again. Mourinho's my N word, like stuff like that I'd written, okay, on my Facebook. And they do a background check. They just Google your name
Yeah.
and blah, 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 you check. So, so that was like, like that way I'm saying, like I was quite a dirtbag. Just sharing like stuff with like tits and like, yeah, I was sharing crazy things. Basically,
Oh my
just
god.
very trolly shit posty type of shit,
Right.
Yeah. Like I seem like to me it's seeming like I'm writing comedy that like I'm basically like I don't write stand-up jokes. I basically write shit posts and I do them live. Basically, that's what I feel like. That's what I would think. Like having sex with a pregnant joke about having sex with pregnant people is, that's basically a shit post. As a stand-up, that's basically what I'm doing. Having,
Oh my
like getting
god.
eaten. Jokes about like how getting your period during the Titanic. That's a shit post. That's genuinely a shit post. That's like I would genuinely make friends with feminists so that I could tell this joke to them. I'm not even kidding you. Just to like see the horror in their face that someone can say shit like that.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
yeah. So that's like basically where I'm at right now, and like that's. I mean, do you have questions? Because I'm just like
That's
talking
fine.
my ass off. I'm trying to not breathe into the mic.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. But yeah, man, I mean, being in the comedy scene now, like, it's been like 9 months and I've got to know a lot, about it. And
The
I know
fact that
that
you're doing this,
shows.
dude, like the fact that you're conversing over podcasts and like recording them doing this as a regular thing is, dude, you'll get way more knowledge just
Yeah.
talking to comedians and just because there's like a way to be for like when you're in comedy mode, you would have like this mode in like,
Yeah.
okay, now I'm just like fucking around. I'm not going to the bank with my dad right now. Like
Yeah.
I'm in this like playful mood. So once you like break into that or realize that you're doing that, or like if you have like control over it, it's like the Hulk basically. The Hulk
Yeah.
was green, but Edward Norton's Hulk taught me, like I watched that, the last one I watched was that one, and in that he's basically trying to control this green thing, but
Yeah.
he doesn't want to be that. So that's basically it. You don't want to be comedy when you're in your normal life, so you can place your comedy right. When your comedy mode, you can
I
place it
know,
right.
right? Oh my god, that is so true. Like, so there is this desperation in me of being funny wherever I can, like, pull out a joke from wherever I can, and I'm trying to, like, control that because it's very difficult to, note down all the jokes that pop up in your head every time. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
let's just keep a timeline of that shit so that I know when to note it down. And yeah, I mean, so now I'm at a stage where I have gotten that like 5 to 10% of it. I've got to
You know
control
what that
five ten
is?
percent of it.
Like when you just like tell random jokes and you keep in like the real world and then you like bomb or you just like try to throw jokes. You know what that is? Like that's like when you get an ability in a game. Like when you're playing a game and then you get this ability.
You try
There's no
it
enemies. You
first.
just do it and see how it looks. That's what that is. Now you have like, one less bullet or one less ammo.
Yeah.
And now you have to like do something,
Exactly.
break a box or something and get your
Yeah.
ammo
Exactly.
back. So it just basically delays your, I don't know. That's how I look at it. So you
Yeah.
need to keep, you know.
So that used to happen a lot with me. Now it's such that it does happen, but now I also have a mode where I'm like, I was just coming back home, just now with like I was out around 7 p.m. I was out. I was coming back home on my scooty. I dropped my friend off and I was coming back, and then on the scooty, while I was on my way back, I was thinking about my set, and I modified one of the bits then and there. And I'm like, let me do a voice modulation here. I guess then the joke would be much more relatable to the people. So I
Again,
think, I think,
you'll try that. It's not gonna work, bro. I'm telling you.
dude.
I'm not wishing ill. I'm not wishing ill. I'm just saying that's how the game works. You try it. It's not gonna work. It's like the next stage, bro.
Oh my
Some
god.
jokes are like fucking boss level in
Yeah.
the sense like it's a boss fight. You have to figure this premise out.
People have loved that premise. Okay, they're like, bro, this premise is fucking epic, and you should just take it forward and see what it becomes. Like, cool, but I am getting no ideas whatsoever how to develop it. And today is the first time 3 months later after writing that I'm getting my first idea of doing a voice modulation, seeing if it works better. It's like that's how it is. So
I'm not wishing ill, by the way. When
yeah,
say
yeah, I
won't
know,
work.
I know, I know what
Just
you
saying
mean.
That's how it works. You
Yeah.
know, you just try different shit and it doesn't work, and finally you get fed up, and then that works.
Yeah.
For some reason.
So right now it's like I've 9 months into it. I've gotten to know that these platforms do help you with visibility, but they won't help you with the amount of I mean the number of times you kill in a month. They won't help you with that. Like,
Yeah.
and I've gotten
And
to
by the way, the number
understand
of
that.
times you kill, like you can manipulate that. By the way,
Yeah.
go on though. Go on. I cut you off. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, I need answers from you. I'm just talking about my experience a little bit. So yeah, I mean, I got to understand. Even Chunky was on the podcast and he said that, dude, I don't care about specials. They will come when they have to come. I'm just happy that I'm getting to do comedy every day. I'm like, that is such a healthy mindset to go by when it comes to comedy,
It's
because
hard work to maintain that mindset
it
as
is.
well. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know about Shanky, like when he does his fed upness, because everybody gets fed up at one point in time. I think Shanky does a good job of doing it in private. And yeah, even I go like I'm a very like I don't complain, but I go like in a very like a 3 month streak of just like "Ugh, sucks. Oh, this guy sucks. Oh, why is he getting more work? Oh, I should be working. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That bit about consent that I wrote during the Me Too era, that thing should be killing. That's basically. Yeah, I go through
Yeah.
those phases as well. But it'll be like a 3 month thing, and then, you know, I'll just.
You'll get
come
back
out
to
of
work.
it. Yeah, it's a reminder that you have to work, but you don't like working, so you just get like pissed that you have to work, but you deny it by shitting on. So that's what you do, right? You try to put the
Yeah.
other people down so that you can feel at the same level.
Yeah.
But then over time, that's not a sustainable plan. That's like it'll work for a week, and then they'll realize that this guy's a fucking idiot, dude. Look at him. He's trying to fucking crack jokes about traffic.
Everybody knows that you're a desperate ass at trying to get the jokes by some one way or another. Like, that's what people
Yeah.
understand. I get
Yeah.
it.
Nothing worse than shitting on someone else and then you yourself going
Yeah.
up and bombing, dude. Nothing worse than that, dude. Oh my god, I've been there a bunch of times. I'm not even a bitter. I'm like bitter at points. Some like getting kicked out of Comic Stan. That kind of shit makes you bitter, you know.
Yeah. I mean, of
but-
course, dude, like, that is an experience where you've already gotten a gig. You know that it's
Yeah.
going to happen.
No, but
the
that
last
was like
moment.
a big. Once I went through, that was like a big confirmation that I can like, play with the big guns. Like I can be in the Premier League. It doesn't happen. That was a confirmation once I made it to a thing. Like I mean,
Yeah.
made it / didn't make it to Comic Star.
Yeah.
But that was a big confirmation that I can play with the big guns. Like okay, I can. When the spotlights are on me, because in my audition I was doing new bits.
Yeah.
So I was relying highly on technique. My jokes were in really good because I was doing new bits. I was doing like 4-5 month old bits basically.
Oh.
So and it was going well because I really liked my new jokes. I had just found this new type of a niche or whatever
Right.
that I was doing, and nobody else was doing that in the scene at that point. So that was like a big confirmation that this new stuff and all is killing at a high stakes audition, which was like okay, all these fuckers are coming up with like jokes that they've written 9 tags on 8 years ago, and you're
Yeah.
going in there with like 6 months jokes and just like nailing it. Okay.
Yeah, but I think like you started in 2012, so I think that weighs in a lot too, right? Because 2012 is like, okay, 2010 was the first time like the conventional stand-up comedy started happening, through Weird Ass and all, like
Yeah.
regularly.
I think they were doing it since 2009 because I think
Yeah,
Mandava,
9.
There's a guy called Raghav Mandava
Yeah.
from Delhi. I think he's been doing it since 2009.
9, yeah. So yeah, I
Tanmay
mean,
has been doing it since 2009 as well.
okay, yeah. I think Tanmay Bhatt, Rohan Joshi, and all of these guys were with the Weird Ass company itself, and like Veerdas gave them spots, and then he gave them gigs of ghostwriting and stuff like that with the company to earn as stand-up
Little bit of
comics.
trivia. I don't think a lot of people know this, but Avam in Chennai,
The one, the
Karthik
printing engine.
Kumar,
Yeah.
Baggy,
Those guys were
huh?
also doing it right at the same time.
Yeah, Raghav, Rajiv Rajaram, I think his name is, with the bag, leather bag. He had an act. He used to have this leather bag in his act
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So those guys have been doing it since 2010, 2009 as well.
Right.
They were very popular in the theater scene. So they had like a notoriety over there as well a little bit. SA was kind of famous through in that circuit. KK was kind of famous in that circuit. Although I've shit on them a lot, like among other comedians, because we would start an open mic and then they would just come and take the room. And then they would just run it, which was like, okay, cool, you're getting more business, but like now, like it's Avamized, and like a guy like me can't do fucking well at Avam rooms because their vibe is very like, you know, tabla sounding, and I'm very like Western drums. So it's just the taste is very different, you know. I was trying to like find a base where I could just like, you know, do something, but it just not to, you know, talk bad about Avam or anything. They do a good job with their shows and they're killing it, slaying it, and they help a lot of comedians as well.
Right.
So that my style doesn't match with theirs, so I get kind of annoyed with that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think there was a podcast in which like they're called Karthik Kumar and some other comedians, and so Karthik, he expressed that there for the first time that we were also doing it, you know, the same thing in 2009 in Chennai.
They don't get the credit, huh? Avam guys, they don't get the credit, man.
Yeah, nobody knows about it. It is because of the fact that, see, the problem is whatever happens in South stays in South, you know, in the southern region. But if it's the North, that's not the case. South Indians are more accepting that way of the different kinds of comedy and different kinds of content that they're getting from all around the country. Like, they still want to see, but for some reason, Northies are like so ignorant at times. Like I've had my education done from Greater Noida, and
Greater Noida is Delhi.
Near Delhi, not exactly Delhi, but yeah.
Northeast Delhi, right? It's above Haryana, right? Noida?
No. It's below. It's in Uttar Pradesh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what happens? It's the opposite direction of Haryana when you talk in the NCR sense. So that's how it is.
Sorry. Okay.
So what happens is,
there only once. Anyway.
I used to see a lot of. I mean, I love South Indian movies. You know, Malayalam movies. I love them. So I used to like just watch it on my laptop and then go to my friends and be like, "Dude, I watched this movie. It was crazy." I go, "What's his name?" And then I pronounce the name. It's something in Tamil or, you know, Malayalam, and they're like,
"Oh,
can you just fuck off?" Yeah, they're like, we don't care. That's how it is.
But like, what would be the movie's name though? So just like a good movie name.
Yeah, so
okay,
it's.
I'll be that guy. I'll be
Jagame Tandiram.
Say what?
Jagame Tandiram. So it's a Tamil movie. Yeah, it's a Tamil movie on Netflix. Came recently, and the director is a huge Tarantino fan.
Is it the same guy as Super Cooler? It had an English name. This movie recently I watched.
Super Deluxe.
Super Deluxe? Is this the same guy as Super Deluxe?
No. I think Super Deluxe was directed by someone else, but Super Deluxe had Fahad Fasil. Obviously, it was amazing.
Nice though. Nice. Conceptually
amazing.
Nice.
Amazing.
That trans guy was awesome. The when he puts that monologue in that tunnel. Oh my god. I didn't understand a word, by the way. I don't speak Tamil.
Yeah.
With subtitles, but
yeah.
I didn't want to miss out on the expressions, so I was just looking at the expressions. And
right.
that shit like put tears in my eyes. And then I had to rewind and see what he was actually saying. Because I knew it was gonna be like, you know, this is what we go through, blah blah, like along those lines. So I was like, okay, oh my god. And you don't get the real feel if you're watching like, you know, like a different language movie with subtitles, you don't really get the feel.
I mean, I won't say that because I am used to watching stuff with subtitles because I love anime. So
Oh, you
I'm
didn't learn the language watching so much and all. Like you would
no,
know
I haven't learnt
words.
it. I know some words like arigato means thank you, and
Yeah.
like some of the.
Oppai. Oppai has boobs, it seems. Kel told me this. I didn't know
Oh,
this.
right.
Kel told me that Oppai has boobs in Japanese.
Yeah, it is. So, so the point is, since I watch so much anime, and now it's like I'm used to watching it in the actual language because that is when the expressions are on point and the voice is on point, and now now it
Something
doesn't
like that.
take me yeah, now it doesn't take me as much time to read the subtitles, so like
Okay.
it's very easy for me to see what is happening with the subtitles going on.
Bro, it'll be very simple for you to pick up a language like that, you know.
I mean,
I've heard it's the grammar is very similar to South Indian languages. I've heard.
yeah,
Yeah. Are you a fan of linguistics and stuff like that?
I am. I want to learn a lot of languages, but there is no time on my hands right now. It's
Dude,
just I can't.
okay, there's this guy, he's passed away, but he passed away this year only, in fact. But his name is Laushu 55,000 on YouTube.
Okay.
Check this out. If you're on YouTube, like if you're watching this podcast, check out Laushu 5,000 basically. 000. So this guy is amazing. Laushu means mouse in Chinese,
Hmm.
and his name is Moses. So when he has to tell, uh,
His name
uh,
is Moses.
his name is Moses, but when he has to tell
Um,
Chinese people that his name is Moses, they're like Moses. They're like Laushu.
oh,
Oh, and
mouse.
then like translated in English,
Oh,
so
damn.
Chinese people would say mouse like Moses, like it would kind of sound similar.
Right.
So that's how he would say, and apparently that's his like Chinese
Does he teach
name.
languages or something?
Yeah. He knows like around like 100 languages. He knew like a
What
hundred
the
languages.
fuck,
Yeah, dude, it's fuck. His videos are insane. He'd wear like a secret, like a secret
Holy
camera,
shit.
like a hat with a camera on it, and then just go to the grocery store and just speak like Vietnamese. And he's like a tall black guy, so he's just like, hey
No.
man, but he speaks in like
Oh,
Chinese and like
shit.
Vietnamese, or the Tajikistani and like what? Yeah.
Damn,
You
dude.
wouldn't expect Tamil as well. There's Tamil episodes. He's like
Holy shit.
uppity irkinge. Like he'd speak in like, like I can rap accent, like,
Oh my
like
god.
American
I
black
can.
accent, but he would say the words correctly.
Yeah.
He knows more words than I do in Tamil. So
Like, what is your ethnicity originally?
oh, okay, this is like a thing that is. So my dad is from Tamil Nadu, from Tanjavur, which is like a place in Tamil Nadu, and my mom's
Yeah,
from
everybody knows
Karachi.
Tanjore because we have all read NCRT history books. So
Oh, what happened in Tanjavur? Was it like an important place historically?
yeah. There is some temple also, no, right there. Some
That I know. There's that
yeah,
huge
yeah.
temple that
Some
white people go to.
king made some king made a nice temple there, and there was some dynasty there, Chola or something. I don't know, man. Like, but I've
Do
read
you
it.
know and you're pretending like you don't know?
No, I know, but I don't remember because it was in 6th or 7th standard that we read these things.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm
I
not
remember the Chola. One of the ITCs in Chennai is called no, it's called Chola Sheraton, I think.
probably
Sheraton, not
because of the
ITC.
dynasty, but I don't know. So where is your mom from?
My mom's from. She was born in Karachi, Pakistan, and then
Oh,
yeah, she moved to Saudi Arabia when she was 16.
wow.
So yeah, so I'm a half Indian, half Pakistani, and born in Saudi Arabia, basically. So yeah,
Damn.
weird. Yeah, but like I'm pretty much Indian, but like yeah, since Pakistan is a country that has a boundary that never used to be there in the 40s, that's why I'm like half Indian, half Pakistani. But otherwise, it's basically the same race.
Yeah.
Both of my ancestors say Banchod and all. That's basically what
That's right. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that's
Who do you support in cricket though?
cricket. India, dude. Yeah. Like that's
Let's talk
one of the
off
first
recording.
jokes I had to write. Basically, and the joke was that I support the umpire. And yeah, so that was like a joke. Again, like that's a thing that happens.
This is a crazy premise for a special. You know that? Like,
I
you can
know. That's the
develop a
thing.
good 1 hour content on you being half Pakistani and half Indian.
I've thought about it a lot, and it's like very weird because I don't want to be that comedian.
I
You
know,
know,
I know,
like
I know,
half Indian, half Pakistani comedian. Oh, that guy, dude.
I
And
know, I know. But
I want
then,
to be a comedian who happens to be that. You know,
yeah,
so like it's like basically I I spent the first 8 years of my stand-up thing writing an hour of a buffer set, basically. So this is the I've written an hour set, and this is the set I'm supposed to do when I've just put out a special, basically. So these jokes never go up. These jokes basically are jokes that you do when you don't have any material, basically. So I need to write another hour that can go into a special, basically.
wow.
This hour just stays, just never goes up because the jokes are like very hacky, dude. India Pakistan stuff is like so hacky.
It's like,
Like there's a video
it's
on YouTube.
you can have a joke where you go like, so what happens is when I sit down to watch an Indian cricket match, so I'm the only Indian who breaks their screen when India loses.
Yeah, yeah. Actually,
Uh,
once the Champions Trophy final, are
yeah.
you big into like cricket stats and stuff like that? And are you big into like
Not
cricket
really,
news?
but I know, like, I have a friend who keeps like saying stuff, so yeah, I know some of it.
Because I'm a 90s, like I was born in 89, so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
grew up like when Sachin was like,
yeah. In his prime.
yeah, 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 late 90s Sachin, dude. I'm not like, I'm not a big Sachin fan, but the level of like, oh my God, Sachin is walking into the level of that late 90s Sharjah matches, that's when like Sachin was just like, whoa,
Yeah,
like Sachin, like God level and all that.
yeah.
So yeah, so I was big into the whole stats thing. I used to copy Ganguly's stance when we used to play like street tennis ball cricket and also 2017 Champions Trophy final. I was with Anand, uh, Somnath,
2000 what?
and yeah, 2017 Champions Trophy
Oh,
final, India
okay.
Pakistan, which Pakistan won.
Yeah.
That's when I was supporting Pakistan because we were outside at a bar and it was a pretty chill bar. That way, like it's one of those bars where like girls with colored hair and septum rings hang out. So
Right.
like activist types. So it's very like inclusive. So I knew
Did
that
you choose
this is
that bar because you were supporting Pakistan that day?
actually we
Was it?
got there. We
Yeah.
got there and then I realized like, oh, this is a safe place.
Yeah.
It's a safe space for me to support Pakistanis in this match. Because again, like being like that shit poster type attitude, so everybody was India supporter. So I was like, oh, I have to do Pakistan. This is
It's your
I have to do
birthright.
Pakistan. Yeah, and like some nerds actually got pissed off that I was standing up during some wickets and stuff like that, like clapping at the screen, standing up. One guy was just like, "Dude, can you chill?" I'm like, "Dude, first of all, like Pakistan never win. Okay, they never win. Finally, they're beating India, and you're telling me not to celebrate. So yeah, that I think that's a pretty valid reason.
Uh,
That's a pretty valid reason. Like they never win. We've seen them get mauled by
yeah.
every country for
That's
like
right.
since Sri Lanka got attacked.
Yeah.
Terrorist attacks in the Sri Lanka team. Since then, like we've seen Pakistan get mauled, and then that no ball thing happened, and we're
Yeah.
like, oh, these guys have been shit for so long. Finally,
That's
they're winning. You gotta give. And there was one more guy who was celebrating Pakistan because I think he put money on Pakistan, like bet money, so he was celebrating Pakistan. Legit, like two guys were supporting Pakistan and everybody else was just like India. It was like 60 people, 50, 60 people were India. And yeah, I mean, I
oh
walked out
man.
safe. That's Bangalore. Bangalore is very chill that way. They're not
Yeah.
very like, I mean, I don't know. I've heard stories. But if you're in like Indiranagar, like in a humming tree or something, you're not gonna feel any of that. Very, very, very chill. Humming tree has always been like super chill with like It's a great venue that way. It used to be a great venue. Now they closed.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So
Right.
yeah, man. I did that, dude. So we were talking about. Oh yeah, you asked about my ethnicity, and then that's where it came to India, Pakistan.
Yeah.
I support Pakistan. That's when I supported Pakistan. But otherwise, I'm a big India.
You have an Aadhaar card, right?
Yeah. I
That's
do.
that's it. Like, you don't
I
need to show
generally
papers, dude.
got it in January this year. By the way, Aadhaar card. Never had an Aadhaar card.
But cool. The CA NRC rule probably provoked you to do that.
Not even that, by the way. It was what was it, man? I needed it for something. Oh, I was playing poker on pokerstars.com and I had around yeah. By the way, yeah, that was my reason. And I had around like 6 grand because I had like won 6 grand in my
Right.
PokerStars account.
Yeah.
And to withdraw that money, you only need your Aadhaar. But the fuck up is, by the time I got my Aadhaar, I had already lost that 6,000. I'd put in like some $600 or $500 or something and made 6,000.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That was kind of good, but then I lost it. I got too greedy. I started buying into like, big games, that like 1,500, $2,000 games, so that I could just make some money quickly.
Yeah.
And I ended up losing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, PokerStars led you to create an
Yeah,
get an
man.
Aadhaar card. My God.
Yeah, that's the life I'm living, dude. Now, no like, bank account or no like, you need this for your house lease or anything. Like nothing like that. Just like, yeah, PokerStars has my money. Are you big into poker? Do you play poker and stuff?
No, I don't know how to play poker actually, so I don't. I mean, I'm more of a chess guy than a poker guy.
Everybody's becoming a chess guy, dude, since pandemic. I don't know what happened.
Samay Raina happened, dude. You don't know?
Oh yeah,
That
I
was
didn't know
the-
his chess thing has gotten that big. I didn't know that. Then I checked it out, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. He knows Vishwanathan Anand and Magnus Carlsen, dude. Like, he knows fucking DJ Kashmir because Kashmir plays chess, and this guy plays chess, and that's why they both know each other. Yeah.
Sound dumb, but is that who Vishy is?
Who? What?
Vishwanathan Anand.
Yeah. Vishy Anand.
is
Yeah.
Vishy.
Vishy Anand. Yeah.
Oh.
The guy who won the
okay.
world championship for India. That's the guy.
Okay. I didn't know. I was just watching this like, who the fuck is Vishy and all. Like, I didn't see. I know his face, but I didn't really like pay attention.
Yeah. So Samay has gotten pretty big in the chess this thing. So it's basically like I always wanted to learn chess. I am that kind of a guy who likes to jog his brain at times.
Wow. Chess helps with that? Like, does it
does.
keep you sharp?
It does. Yeah, it does.
Oh my god. I've always sucked at chess, dude. I know the moves like which
Even I suck at chess,
how?
like really bad.
but I've
I
never
know-
like
I know how to open now, like how to get the first 3-4 moves going. I've watched them again and again and I've memorized it. But after that, I just don't know how to look for the hanging pieces, how to, give a protection to a piece. I don't know all of that. I don't know how to attack and how to make strategies and all that. I'm still learning all of that. So yeah.
is there like a math calculation to it?
There's not a math calculation to it. It's more like there are certain strategies. There are certain strategies that you use. Like they have names for that. And
Okay, so there is like a book of chess moves that you can buy and
you can, yeah. So what happens is there are mate in 2s, mate in 7s, mate in 5s, and all of that in the end game. So it's basically three leg game where first is the opening. You open with some, I don't know, Sicilian, blah blah blah. There are a lot of
whoa, wait. I thought you were gonna say like the soldier thing. You said Sicilian. What the fuck is a Sicilian?
It's a name
That
for
doesn't
an
make sense.
opening.
Oh,
Sicilian
okay. It's the
defense
name of the tactic
opening. Yeah, it's a tactic.
of the set piece.
Yeah. So it's not one piece. So it's a combination of pieces that make that tactic. So you move so what happens is the main aim of chess is to capture the center. of the board,
Okay.
which is
Oh,
the
this is now it's getting into the meta territory where we are
yeah.
just like
So it's like
instead of saying
5D,
kill
5E,
the king.
4D, 4E. You know,
Yeah.
it's to
Instead
capture
of
that.
killing the king, you said like take over the middle, which is like
First,
meta actually.
first you have to do that. Once you have captured the center, now you have an upper hand in the game. You know, because that is the most powerful place. So once you have
Because your
captured,
king can't really move far and stuff.
your king can't move far. You have to do everything with the rest of the pieces, and then so there are some rules like when it comes to a rook. Okay, so a rook is the most powerful in an open file. So open file is basically where there's no obstruction for the rook. You know.
The rook is the corner ones, huh?
Yeah, the corner ones.
Okay.
So
Can
suppose
only move straight.
yeah. So suppose you bring the rook from A to A6, let's say,
Okay,
and
but I don't know what
the
that is,
sixth.
by the way.
So it's basically like it's a square. It's a 64 square this thing, right? So every square has a notation, So
There's like a name for every square. Obviously.
yeah, it's not a name. It's more like A B C D. It's like an Excel sheet where you have rows and columns. So it's like A B C D E F G H and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So this would be the numbers and this would be the letters, or the other way around. Or what?
Yeah. The vertical is the letters and the horizontal is the numbers. So you have the all the soldiers and like all the pawns and like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8.
Who's the current undisputed guy? Like, which country does he come from?
I don't know. Probably Carlsen. I don't know, man. I don't follow
Carlsen
chess
is which
as
country?
much.
Like one of
Denmark.
the Scandinavian? Denmark. Huh?
I think yeah. I think
Sounds like a Scandinavian.
yeah. I think yeah. So
Wow.
Carlsen is a
Vikings
damn
have
chill
moved
guy.
To chess. This guy is Danish. They have a Viking playing chess instead of holding a shield and wearing that helmet with horns.
So Carlsen is damn chill. Okay. In India, what happened is, so one day what happened, Samaraina was playing chess and he was like abusing his shit. He's like, "Arey bench, show chud gaya game," and all that stuff, So
in front of like these chess guys. These chess guys are pretty like.
No, not in front of these chess guys. Like he was doing it when he was playing solo on a stream, with other players on chess.com. So then two of the people on Twitter went, like two chess players on Twitter went and like they started shaming, and they were like, this guy's made a joke out of chess and stuff like that, And then there's Carlsen, who gives no fucks about etiquettes when he plays on his streams. That fucker, like he abuses like a bitch when he's playing chess, and he hates losing. And three of his friends are sitting behind him, and he's just playing a tournament with his friends, and
so he's basically like a Conor
he's drinking a
McGregor
beer.
types.
Yeah. He's drinking
Of
beer and
chess.
shit like that. He's drinking beer and shit like that. He loves trash talking, all of that shit. So he's a damn chill guy.
I will fucking kill you. Oh, my bishop is gonna come in. He's gonna fucking eat your queen.
Yeah. He does that.
Gonna fucking eat your queen.
So
Is that
he
what
just
he's doing in
so
chess?
when he loses, he's just like, motherfucker, I shouldn't have done that. That's the way he goes about it. And I'm just thinking, so these Indian players who are thrashing Samay for using bad words while playing chess, if they see the world champion doing this, they'll go crazy. They've probably not been on Twitch ever and seen Magnus stream, but if they do, they'll go like nuts about it, dude. That's how it is.
Fuck you! I'll fucking take you down, mate. Checkmate, mate. I don't know which country this guy's from.
But yeah, I mean,
some random white accent.
that's how it is. So I want to get better at chess. Let's see.
Chess is not what I'm into. Like I've been playing there's an anime video game that I've been playing called
Shogi?
Code Vein.
Oh, okay.
It's called Code Vein.
Code
It's pretty
Vein.
good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Have you heard of like Demon Souls and stuff like that?
I have.
Oh yeah, that. So the same Bandai Namco. They
Oh,
made,
right.
own of it. Bandai Namco is the publisher for the Souls games, and then they made their own. Game. So it's pretty anime. Like the faces are shaped like that, small mouth, big eyes. That whole thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty difficult. Fucking hot. The fucking girls are just like the boobs are too big, and they're just like jiggling for no reason. when she stands like she's wearing a thong, but she's actually wearing a dress. These
They
fucking
don't.
Japanese games are fucking subtle with that shit, dude. By on purpose, they'll put the camera like
They.
kind
Do
of
you know?
under the girl's dress and stuff like
So
that,
one
and
of
they
my
do the subtle
friends,
type shit.
one of my friends said that in Japanese culture, tits are not considered taboo.
Okay.
So that's the reason.
No, but
They
like even in
glorify tits a
Resident Evil
lot.
4, I don't know if you played Resident Evil 4.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen the run through of the game and all.
There is like some girl and all, okay, that you have to like protect. And she's one fucking idiot, okay. She gets herself killed and she fucking sucks. She doesn't know how to shoot and all. You have to fucking basically babysit this bitch.
Yeah.
And on purpose, for some reason, you go down this ladder and then this woman has to come, right? And for some reason, she can't climb down a ladder as well. She has to jump, and this fucking Leon guy, who's the main character of the game,
Yeah.
Leon has to catch her. And for some reason, the camera goes like downwards so that she
Yeah.
jumps, and you can see and
Just
she's
a
wearing
minute.
like white panties and stuff like that, which is like.
मम्मी
very fucking
रिकॉर्डिंग
weird.
कर रहे हैं रुको. Right.
I'm sorry, whoever walked in had to hear white panties.
No, I have headphones on and it's latched. So yeah, I take all those precautions. Yeah, before.
Okay, yeah. So for some reason, all Japanese games have this weird shit. So they fucking put that. Even Metal Gear, if you've played Metal
Yeah,
Gear,
I have. Yeah.
even Metal Gear had that weird subtle shit where this some chick he's supposed to kill, and then again like fucking camera is on.
You should-
And if you press R1, then actually Metal Gear has this shit. If there's like a hot character that is that you're talking to, if you press R1, you can focus on the main character who is Snake and is like what he's seeing, and it's straight. If you press R1, goes to her boobs, and I'm like, bro, these Japanese guys are just like playing with these kids because they know these 14, 15-year-olds are playing. So they fucking fuck with you like
But
that.
yeah, dude. I mean, have you seen like the latest Resident Evil game that is gonna release?
8 Village. that
8.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
so the villain, the main villain, is fucking hot.
Yeah. I
She's
saw that.
damn hot, dude. I'm
She's
like
way bigger than us as well.
yeah, I'm
the-
like,
than the
why
character.
does she have the best tits ever? She's the villain. You should have a horrific image of someone who's a villain.
Dude, can we be perverts towards a video game because it's not like a real woman? Like, can we talk like Trump towards
I don't
video
know,
game
dude.
characters? Like,
I don't know.
is there like a like a statute of limitations there, or like a?
I request
video game
the
character?
cancel culture to comment on this video and tell us if it's if it's allowed.
Oh my god. So yeah, that woman was hot. She became a meme for some time.
Yeah.
And, on purpose, these reviewers, people who get the early copy of the game, they have to review. On purpose, they were doing this weird stuff of just trying to get killed with her in different positions so that they can get her in different angles.
Oh my
Because
god.
she's one of those bosses that you can't kill, they chase you and then you have
Yeah.
to run away. So these guys were just trying to like do these weird. Yeah, Japanese, like, I kind of like that about them. They play into that weird, like, pervy type of shit.
Yeah, they, as I said, like they don't consider a lot of things taboo that we do, and it's very easy for them to show that. Have you seen High School DxD?
No, I haven't seen
There is an anime called High School DxD. DxD. D, yeah.
Okay.
So, dude, if you watch it on 9anime or kissanimex.com, like the pirated websites where all animes are available to watch for free, if you watch it there, there's no censor. The tits are
Okay.
out in the open.
And it's like all, but it's like high school people, right?
Yeah,
Because it's called high
doesn't
school
matter.
DxD.
It's
I don't know,
a
I'll feel weird.
it's not a normal high school, it's a magic high school where there are sexy witches, like sexy as hell witches.
That food
and-
thing got me, dude. Yeah.
Food wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing got me. That thing got me. So I think I'm gonna check out like the weird porn animes, because what was I gonna say, man? Because like this anime type stuff, it kind of makes me feel that that fucking there are dudes who smell panties and jack off and all. You know that, right? There's people who exist like that. You know, they'll
Yeah.
like steal panties from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
neighbor. They'll hang it up, no, to
Oh
in the
my
roof
god.
to like dry it up, and then someone will come and steal it just to
Yeah.
like smell and jack off it. But like Japanese people like have like, you know, rooms for that. That's what it feels like. It feels like that. I'm not saying
Oh,
Japanese
okay,
people
okay,
do
okay,
that,
okay, okay.
but it feels like there are like a significant amount of Japanese people who are very like sex positive towards that kind of
Yeah,
sex.
man. I don't know.
Because I know there's like OnlyFans people who shit in a box and sell it. I know this is true, by the way. It happens.
To edit
Some
this
fucking-
out, dude, my parents will watch it.
They will watch this?
Yeah.
Why are they watching this? They just-
Not the
they
whole
should-
podcast. Like, my mom just puts it so that I get watch hours. Like, she just plays it and, keeps it.
They should know that you're doing something, but they shouldn't listen to everything.
I know, right? I know,
You'll
right?
have to watch your comedy the whole time then. Like if they're gonna
No,
watch every
no,
scenario and stuff.
no. I make sure that I don't get the Zoom link. I make sure that they're not there at the venue. I make sure of all this,
So, but that exists, by the way. Like, there are old rich billionaires or rich dudes who are just buying like poop in a box from pretty women.
My
Yeah.
God, man.
And this woman is like paying college.
Using her poop.
Yeah.
Fucking
She's
hell.
paying for her college or something. And like she.
Today I
probably
got to know. Today I got to
bought her
know.
children's college education. Doing that, you know. Can you imagine? This is like.
Oh my
quite noble. Yeah,
God.
you were saying something though. Yeah.
So today I got to know that there is a guy in Mumbai who waters plants in penthouses. In
Randomly.
in one in one of the rich colonies.
Okay.
So he knows there is the owner of 4 penthouses has recruited this guy to water all the plants in all the penthouses. So that's his job. No matter if someone lives there or not. So
He has to water the plants in that.
every 3 days
Okay.
he gets 36,000 a month for that.
36,000. That's
A month.
That's a decent.
I know I don't earn that much right now from my
Yeah.
day job, and I'm like like the guy who told me, I'm like, can you just talk to the owner and tell him that I'm ready to water the plants? And because it's every 3 days, so you're just working 2 days a week
Yeah.
for 8 hours, so it's just 16 hours a week, and you're getting 36,000 for that. It is crazy good amount of money.
Yeah. And
You
he's
can
probably making,
freelance and shit.
Yeah, 25,000 with another like freelance gig. He's
Yeah,
probably-
dude. I don't know.
Is he like? Does he? Is there? Was he in an interview or was this like an interview? Like a
No.
focus group?
This was just at the Tapri I went. I have to edit this
Oh.
out too.
Okay. Why do you want to edit it out?
No.
No, I thought there was like a Vice piece about this guy. They're like, guys, I fucking cracked it. I just water plants for $36,000 and I
No.
live in like a 4K bathroom.
No,
Like,
so one of the guys who was standing there, the 4 of us were talking, and I just talked about Tanmay, and I told that, the penthouse that Tanmay lives in, it's like the rent is huge for that,
he's
and
probably paying like 2 lakhs for that house, dude.
he's paying a lot more than that.
More than 2 lakhs. You think,
Yeah,
huh?
a lot more than that.
Wow.
It's rumored that the rent for it is in crores, not lakhs.
Crores?
This guy earns like a
Dude,
lot.
Crores is like 100 lakhs is a crore.
Aamer.
I know 10 lakhs is a crore.
100. Aamer.
100 lakhs? No.
Aamer.
100 lakhs and all, dude.
Aamer, so 5 people live there. Okay.
Yeah.
5 of them live there, and the point is, Tanmay Bhatt earns 5 to 6 ways. Okay, not
he
just
has
one.
a new YouTube channel that he tells everybody.
4
watching
YouTube
us,
channels. He has 4 fucking YouTube channels. Okay. The 4th is called Super Pumped, which is about crypto and all that shit. Okay.
Right? Really?
Yes, and
Talking about crypto.
yeah,
Knock, who's there? Not real money.
He-
This is some
he's-
online money, bro.
he's talking about crypto. He's talking about, dude, it's not that shallow, but okay.
I'm just being a dick.
But yeah, so he talks about crypto. He talks about stocks. He talks about trading. He talks about obviously he streams. He puts out vlogs and all. So he has 4 channels. Okay, and he earns using copywriting. He writes for ads and shit for cred and all that. Okay.
Huh.
And he earns from Netflix, Prime, and all these platforms for collaborations, for shows, for Tanmay Reacts and all that stuff, which comes on Netflix's YouTube channel. So he's earning like huge sums of money, dude.
Yeah, but I don't think they're putting in a crore on that house, dude. That house seems like no, 2 lakhs is also too less. Let's go with like 6 lakhs.
Per
6
person,
lakhs.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, because I've been to a place where the rent is 6 lakhs, and that place had like a swimming pool and all.
See, obviously it's rumored, so it's not true, but
Like
yeah.
that place, when I say that place, that house had a swimming pool, like in the private, not like a thing that you can go and swim at with everybody else. No.
Yeah, I
Where
get it.
you would feel that your grandma is safe swimming, like that one. She
I
won't
get
catch.
it.
Yeah, this only has like this family's
Yeah.
key in it, basically. Yeah. So that's like a 6-7 lakh house.
Yeah.
So I've seen that. So I thought that's the thing that I was going for,
Right.
you know. So fuck that shit is like that's where I'm getting at. I'm trying to at 32. I'm 32 now, so I'm trying to. Whenever I see buildings, I just see like this, like cha-ching. This is how much and how in Vice City we used to buy. Land.
Yeah.
That's how I'm seeing every like building now, basically. Like how much it would cost to build this and blah, blah.
Right.
Because coming back to that whole 36,000 thing, there's a maid who comes into this house that I live in. This is not the house that I actually live in. This is this house that my dad built. So basically I'm at home right now. I've lived in Bangalore for the past 6 years, but there's a maid which comes to this house who I know is earning way more than me because I'm like a comedian full time.
Yeah.
I know she earns more than me. So that's why I would never tell her like to clean, like, oh, you're not doing a good job and all that. Because in my head I'm like, yeah, bro, like, but you are not doing anything as well. Why are you?
She'd just drop the broom and ask you, can you tell me what's your monthly income? And then you just go back to sleep.
Basically, I want to do like can I come and see you, like how you get by, like on your daily, like how do you earn your money, basically.
That's a good vlog.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into like basically money making. Like how does that work? How does money making?
I am definitely down for watering plants if that gives me 36,000 a month. That's fucking amazing. Oh my god.
36,000 in Vizag is pretty fucking awesome. You could live in like a 2-bedroom and pay like probably 16-17K and still, But
yeah,
in Bombay, 36,000 is like sharing a room in a.
Yeah, but the point is, like 36,000 is just from this gig, right? Which is only asking me for like around 16-20 hours a month, a week. I mean, so I can use the rest of the 30 hours a week for something else. I can have my own YouTube channel. I can do all of that and earn like 1 lakh easy. Including this 36K. My god.
Man. Wish you the best. I hope you get to that level. I hope you get to that level. I hope you get to a higher level as well, But it's like you're going through this exciting phase. It might not seem exciting right now, but you're doing comedy.
Yeah.
You're doing a podcast. You're doing are you a full-time comedian by any chance?
No, I'm not, but I have a day job. I do comedy. I write comic.
So
I'm preparing a comic book too.
Oh wow! See, yeah. So you're like exploring things. So
yeah,
you'll do 9 things right now. You'll stick with like 5.
Yeah,
and those 5
that's the plan.
Like you'll marry to those 5. Like
that's the plan.
You're like 90. I'm telling you, that's how it's going to be, man. Like, oh, maybe not. Maybe you're a different person. You might.
No. That's the plan. I mean, that's the way I want to go about it, and yeah, pretty much. I'm trying new things, and I know what all I'm gonna stick to till the time I'm 90. I know what I'm gonna stick to.
Yeah, man. So that's where like my plan kind of failed because comedy seemed like something that I could do when I'm like 95.
Yeah.
Because I'd heard like retirement stories of people working their ass off in companies and just like being let go.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I hate corporates. I hate corporates.
Yeah, so I wanted something that had like longevity where I could just do it till I'm 95. It doesn't require so much. So stand up was that thing. Seemed legit, because I could. Basically, I just have to get good at talking, and once I'm good at that, I can just like
Yeah.
literally be like I could just tell it do stand up off my deathbed if I have a mic in front of me. But then the pandemic happened and I was like, what, dude? Like I thought I cracked it. I
Yeah.
thought I cracked that puzzle of just like doing something, like finding something to do for the
Yeah.
rest of my life. And then yeah, that was taken. I don't want to say taken away because that seems like,
Temporarily halted is what I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
taken away seems like, the world is conspired against me and stuff,
Yeah.
that's the wrong semantic. Same meaning, but like wrong. Is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
semantic the right word? I don't even know. I don't read, so I wouldn't
Even I don't read.
know.
I'm bad at this. The wrong way to look at it is what
Actually,
you mean,
like
right?
yeah, that's the wrong way to approach it. My brother just gave me this book because he doesn't like the fact that I don't read, and he's kind of like, what the fuck, like you
Elder or
read,
younger?
elder brother. He basically has that like
Even I
you
have an elder
fucking
brother.
write jokes. You fucking write jokes. You should be reading at least, or you should be like, into that at least.
Yeah.
Because you're just like writing. You're a writer. So he gave me this book called War of Art or War Against Art. No, Art of War, something like that. It's about like creating basically. So I didn't like open it first page. How do I read it? I just opened in the middle and just read the first word that comes and see if it triggers a thing in me. And the first word, for instance, was resistance. Right? That's the word I read.
Wow.
And okay, resistance in what sense, right? So I wanted the context of why the word resistance is being used in this page. I don't even know what the book is about, by the way. I just opened it, and it's basically resistance from like doing things.
Yeah.
So I was looking at this whole like I don't want to do anything. I don't feel like doing anything. I was looking at it like that. Like I don't feel like doing anything. Once I read the word resistance, my
Yeah.
whole thing changed where this is resistance basically. You're basically resisting this thing that you want to do.
Yeah.
And after reading that word, I came to a realization that I was blaming my surroundings or my how I'm feeling
Yeah.
just to not. That was like this mode of resistance that I was doing, but I wasn't really tackling the real problem. I was just dwelling in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So once that was changed the whole, like put a switch in me. Now it's not like I want to read more, but that word just triggered in me. Now I have this thing like, oh, I'm resisting this urge to do something, and this is putting me in this paralysis of just like lying down and like jacking off 4 times, and just like in my pajamas, fucking armpits are smelling worse than my crotch and all. Like literally that the whole scene, like just basically depressed, eating too many cookies
Yeah.
or whatever your drug is, and just like lying down and not doing shit basically. So once I read that word, that just triggered it out, dude. Like I recorded 2 podcasts and just put them up. I don't even have listeners. I'm just like, just get to 100 and see if you have like better listeners. And then if it's not working out, if you don't see a growth, fucking ditch it. Like that's where I'm at. So I'm just like trying to basically do these things. I'm not saying you do that, but like
I get it. Yeah. Yeah.
like I made cartoons last year, and then now that's it. I won't make more cartoons. That was 2020. That's what I did in
Oh,
2020.
all right.
Yeah, I did like 25 cartoons. This year I did like a cartoon of a stand-up bit, but I only did that because that it was a recording of a show that I killed really hard, one of my like all-time kills, and I just happened to have it. And then to do more bits, I'll have to go through like 6 years of audio clips, which I don't want to do, basically. So right now
Right.
I'm at that, like if I'm doing a set and it kills, I'm gonna remember basically like, okay, this day I killed, I'm gonna date it. When I'm
Yeah.
noting the recording, I'm gonna date it like this was a kill, blah blah blah. Maybe a cartoon idea or something like that. So then I
Oh,
would
that's
know
nice.
which ones to like fuck around or whatever. So that's where I'm
That's
at.
nice.
Yeah, because it's like hard. You can't I finish a set, and after a set I always listen to it. But if I have to go through like a log of 6 years of audio clips of recordings of mine doing stand up and choose which ones to do cartoons, I'm not gonna do that. Nor am I gonna hire anyone to do that. And maybe that's the reason why I'm not a successful comic. I'm not willing to put in the rigorous work, you know.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. Anyway, so yeah. So what are you like writing about, dude? Like, what are your topics right now that you're fucking around with? Because I'm just trying to fuck around. I'm just writing too many Hindu jokes, dude, right now. That's all I'm writing for some reason.
So mine was I didn't have topics like so I had like I was writing on my experiences earlier first. I used experiences, I exaggerated them a little bit, and I started going about it, and I was like, okay, I'm no bussy, it's gonna take me like 2-3 years to crack this. I have to go like somewhere else too, because I need my laughs to keep going. Like that's the only motivation a comic has, you know, laughs.
So 9 months are getting laughs, huh? I wasn't getting laughs at all. The first 9 months I was.
It's very rare, but I do like I remember once I've killed once, just once, and I know that I've killed it.
Oh, you already have a kill, dude.
One kill.
I didn't. My first kill was probably like deep into it, like 3.5, 4 years later. You know.
So I had like one kill, and that was in the Dehradun Comedy Club. Okay. And like a lot of people laughed, and I did like 9 jokes, and 6 of them were like got laughs.
Oh wow! Okay, that's great.
Yeah, and the other 3, I just shouted "Segway" after all of them, and those fuckers laughed at it so hard because a lot of them are comics. So
wow, man.
Yeah.
That's cool though. That's cool, dude. Like because I.
So in a way, all 9 worked one way or another, and that was a good room that I had, and I considered it my first kill because all of my jokes got laughs. So that is the only reason I considered it a, you know.
Like when you got off stage, that feeling wasn't there, that ugliness.
It wasn't there. I was like, damn, I was constantly hearing laughs today. And I went back to the recording, and yeah, the people were laughing, you know, constantly on it. Like 20 people had their, you know, audios and videos on, and like around 12-13 of them were laughing constantly. So yeah, pretty good.
That's cool, man.
That's the only time I've cracked that set, and I don't know what the fuck is happening. That set doesn't kill anymore. I don't know.
Dude, that's the thing. Like, if you listen to your bombs, if you record a bomb and you listen to it, you'll learn way more than a kill.
Yeah.
You know, in a kill, it just seems like, oh, I did this right, I did this right, I did this right.
Yeah.
I don't need to learn anything, and then you're like, I'm a comedian. You walk
right now, it's like it's more like I know that I'm not funny. I know that I don't know how to talk about how to say my jokes out. You know, some of them might be actually funny, and if I tell it to a senior comedian, he might go like, yeah, it has legs, it is good, and this has a lot of potential, go with it, work on it. But when I say it in an open mic, it won't come out funny because I still don't know what my element is.
Yeah.
So I know
hard to tell a joke, man.
It is,
joke takes
yeah.
some time to learn.
So that is my main dilemma right now, that I don't know what my element is. Is it storytelling? Is it observational? Is it fucking one-liners? Is it dark comedy? Is it just shitty abusive comedy, like like just throwing abuses at times and making people laugh based on that, you know, reaction like that people have. Like if you're talking about Delhi and then some guy comes and says, hey, mother chod, that's also relatable, but that also has a bad word, you know. So that kind of a joke where, so it so happened that when I killed in that room and I asked one of my fellow comics, how was it? He says, there were too many bad words. I'm like, that's not a review.
But
I know,
it is, you know.
I mean, I was like, I know a lot of comics who use bad words in their, you know, constantly in their like sets. So tell me if it was timed well. He's like, not that well. I was like, okay. And then the next room I went, I killed, and I mean I didn't kill. It went well, and and then there was another comic that was there. I asked him how was it today. Like he had been there for both the mics. He had performed too. So I asked him how was it, and he said, "So today your slangs were placed perfectly well, and I loved that."
What's a
It's
slang?
like, cool. Slang,
Slang. Okay, okay,
SLANG,
okay.
yeah, slang. So he told me that today all of those were placed really well, so it was pretty good. I was like, cool. So yeah,
I would advise you to like maybe just fuck it. Stop like asking people how it went. Okay.
I did. After
Just
that, I was like,
yeah.
I
You will
don't
know.
think.
Like you will know. Like when you're getting off, your feeling will tell you like, okay,
Yeah,
this one sucked or this one was good or blah blah blah. And although like record your sets and listen to it
I will.
because like comedians will tell you anything, dude. Sometimes, you know, I've been guilty of it and I've received this treatment as well. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like I've sometimes where like I'm hungry or I'm not in a good feel of just like just giving advice or whatever, but
Yeah.
I don't want to be mean, so
Yeah.
I'll just like tell him something, dude. Yeah, yeah, keep writing, work hard, and blah blah blah, something that joke, just try to do it something just for the
Sake of it.
yeah, like, oh, I've been doing it long enough, so I think that thing, oh, that thing happens so many times, especially with me. Like I'm 9 years into it, so everybody listening to me, like oh, this comedian has been doing it too long. Oh, the Tale vibe and all they put,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like not exactly Tale vibe,
I
but
know, I
like
know.
in the sense like, oh, you have to respect him and all that. So that thing, like fucking, once you feel that right from other people, that's when you like make a decision or you end up like either using it in that way, like, oh, I deserve this respect, or you
Superiority complex,
yeah,
sort
it's
of.
really hard to play that down in your own
Yeah.
head when you feel that. Especially for me, like I have that guy, like one person comes and be like, hi, hello, like in the sense if he talks to me like I'm superior to him,
Yeah.
immediately I'll be like, yeah, touch my feet, yes, yes, I'm the king, yes, cut my nails, yeah, yeah, wash my face, like I'll go into that, like basically.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm kind of guilty of that kind of shit.
yeah. Right.
But yeah, man, like like yeah, especially like once you finish like 3-4 years, you go through this phase of like advice phase. Comedians go through this. Like I've gone through it where I'll just like advising everybody who didn't even ask for advice. I'll just be like, you're gonna do the joke like that. A lot of people like yeah, and you meet some comedians who are going through that phase.
Yeah, yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
they give you actually great advice.
Yeah.
Like like Kelt doesn't give great advice, but he's my go-to. Like if I do a joke and he's like, "No, dude, don't do it," that's what I should be doing, basically. Yeah. Like Kelt, that's my meter. So
Oh
if I
my god.
pitch a joke to Kelt and Kelt is like, "Bro, that's illegal," I'm like, "Okay, that's the bit to do." So some people are there in my like vicinity like that,
Right.
which like
Kelt is coming to Vizag, dude, on 7th.
the Grin Club, that's the one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm
Oh,
planning
okay,
to
okay.
vlog and like
Yeah, yeah,
go
yeah,
and
for
meet
sure,
him.
man. For sure, yeah.
It'll be
When
fun.
is it? The 7th of August.
7th
How
of August,
far
yeah.
is from Chennai, Vijayawada?
Vizag and Vijayawada are pretty close by. Like,
Yeah.
catch a
Oh,
flight,
no,
come
no,
down.
sorry. Chennai and Vijayawada. How far is it? Is it close?
It is
Like, is
pretty
it like
close.
a overnight journey?
Uh, f- Up to Vizag, it is definitely an overnight journey.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I have to go to Bangalore next week. I'm actually thinking if I should come to Vizag and go to Bangalore.
Yeah, dude, it would be so much fun.
Yeah, I'm
Just
thinking.
surprise Kelton, Shanky, and like, I don't know,
Yeah.
dude.
I won't like ask to go up.
Yeah,
They would
yeah.
assume so, by the way. I'll just end up there and they'll just assume like, Aamer, you can't go. I'm like, bro, I'm just here to see you fuckers, dude. What the
That would be so amazing for my vlog, dude. 3 Bangalore comics in one vlog is like, whoa. And I'll definitely edit this part out so that nobody gets to know.
Oh, by the way, just put like whatever you think can be put up. Like, cause
Yeah, yeah,
again, I've told you this. Like, I'm that guy. If you tell me like whatever you can talk about, I'll definitely misuse that freedom. Like when I started talking about the panties and
yeah.
the potty and all. So like feel free to. I'm trying to not give you too much to edit. Basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get it. But yeah.
Where was it? Yeah, so I was that guy, dude. Like since 2012. Yeah, so from 2012, I started coming to Bangalore for open mics from Chennai. So I
Oh,
would come on a Monday. No, Monday wasn't there that time. So I would come on like
wow.
Tuesday night or Wednesday morning and leave Wednesday night or
Wow.
Thursday morning, basically. Just to come to Urban Solace, which is a Wednesday open mic, to do that open mic and leave. So that
Wow,
was,
dude.
yeah, because then I started some open mics in Chennai, which got taken over by because I mean, we weren't doing a good job anyway, but
Yeah.
yeah. So then yeah, I started doing that. So I became that guy who would come from fucking Chennai to bomb in Bangalore and go back.
Right.
So I was that for like 3.5 years, man. 2.5, 3 years. I was just that guy who would come in and all the comics of Bangalore would be like, "Oh my god, he's here." Either put him up first or put him up dead last. And we don't want him to fuck with our like the middle where it's
Oh,
all
okay,
right
okay,
and
okay.
happy. They weren't like they were. I mean, they were trying to just run a good show. I don't blame them as well.
Yeah.
And that kind of gave me a lesson of just if I'm going up first, I have like, and I suck. It doesn't matter. But if I go up first and I'm good, that fucks up the show for the rest of the people, basically.
Why?
No, because it would be hard for them to kill if
Because
I
you're
put
not
a
like
really
them.
good up. Huh?
If you put a really good show,
If I put up a really good first set, I
yeah,
wanted to get at that level where it was hard to follow me. No, it wasn't out of bitterness where like, oh fuck these guys.
it
Nothing
was
like
just a
that.
personal goal, right?
Yeah. I
Get
want to
it,
do
huh?
so well. If they put me up first, I want to do so well that the rest of the
Oh, it
people
creates
would just be like, this
anxiety in
guy is hard
them.
to follow. Yeah.
It's got it,
Oh,
got it.
how the fuck am I gonna follow this? You
God.
know, like, oh shit, this guy's killing 2 hours.
Happens, dude, yeah.
Yeah, and if I'm
Happens with
going
me a
last,
lot. Masoom was performing one day and I was like, what the fuck do I do if I'm after him?
yeah,
And
Masoom will make you feel like that because he brings it. I don't know how he brings it. Like every set he does, tries to bring his A game,
yeah,
which is like hard to do, man. That guy, I mean, he obviously we're all learning, so his technique is kind of repetitive, which I don't mean to criticize the guy, uh, but again, like he'd have like 9 jokes. Every time I've seen him, he's done new jokes, like or jokes that I haven't heard him do, which is something that, whoa. And I've seen Masoom like we've done like
a
open mic.
lot of times.
Yeah. Masoom is one of those guys. Like if you're in Bombay, you just text Masoom and like, "What mics are you doing today?" And then you just tag along, and you would end up at like at least 5 or 6 open mics with him. He'd end up probably doing 2 or 3 sets because most of these places would be booked out or whatever. But yeah, you just like he's one of those guys that you just follow around and you end up just experiencing so much comedy. You would end up going to at least 5 open mics,
Yeah,
and then you would also end up meeting comedians after the last open mic and just hang out for a couple of hours and go home.
yeah.
So yeah, so there are every scene has those people.
Yeah,
Like in Bangalore, it would be like Kel, Chunky, and then there's some of the new guys like Ravi Kumar and Vignesh and all. There's like new guys. Okay, you just hang out with them. You'll end up consuming so much comedy just being around them and just
yeah.
tagging along with them. Like you'd end up at like at least 4 or 5 open mics with people like this. So those guys are like they basically run the scene.
Yeah,
In that way, like the scene runs because of them, because they would be wanted at every open mic because they do decently well, so they help the show just be decent.
that's
So
right.
them being good helps the other bad comedians just have some attention because they were just decent that day. So because it's like a trickle down. Because this guy held an audience, 4 more open micers can get this audience because this guy held an audience. So
Yeah.
it gives the audience a little bit of confidence that the show can go decently.
Yeah. Herd mentality comes into play a lot after that, dude. Like,
Yeah,
that is.
dude. Like, why is it that self-deprecation works way more than self-appreciation?
I have no
Like,
idea.
why is it that?
I am going about self deprecation right now. Like, I've written some jokes on self deprecation, I've written some jokes on Bollywood, I've written some jokes on uh, one other, like, I'm trying to do another topic. So, yeah, 3 topics, and I'm gonna do this Saturday before Kelton Chunky's mic. I have my own open mic that I have to go to, and
Okay.
it's a really good studio.
7th of August, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see how. If it's costing too much, then I'll just directly go to Bangalore. But I wouldn't mind just dropping in and just seeing some live comedy. I've gotten my vaccine done as well.
That is
so-
fine. We can have dinner after, dude. Like,
For sure, man.
yeah.
Let me see. I'll fucking figure this out, man. Oh my god,
Nice.
it's steaming. It's steaming.
Yay! I'm so
Lalach hai.
damn excited, dude.
There is a lalach of just like, okay, should I?
There's a huge incentive for me, dude.
So now coming
Hanging
back
out
to-
with a 9-year like old
Yeah,
comic.
that's not-
Oh, crazy.
I'm just broken at a different level these days, dude.
No, but still, dude. I mean, doesn't matter how much you deny it, you still deserve the respect because you have been 9 years in comedy. And guys, fun fact about Aamer is that he dropped out of engineering
Yeah.
to pursue comedy full time, guys.
Yeah, it wasn't actually to pursue comedy. I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then I just stumbled upon comedy. Because I used to be in a band and I like that whole stage thing. I used to be in a death metal band. I used to sing for a death metal band.
Wow.
Which is one of the easiest jobs because you just have to yell on time. That's all you have to
You are the
do.
most
On time.
you're the most ignorant person I've met on planet Earth. Like being a member of death metal band, the lead singer, you just shit posted so hard on them.
But it's genuinely like, yeah, you have to learn how to yell and not hurt your throat. But other than that, is mostly like being a lead singer of a metal band is mostly just keeping time with your singing. Because the musicians because in metal, the other musicians are like maestros, okay? They're all like
Yeah.
fucking killer. So as a singer who can't play any instrument, I just felt like, like I don't belong here. They just wanted like something in the front. Basically, there was too much space.
Oh my
The
god.
drummer is at the back, and the two, like the bass player and the guitar player, are too far apart from each other. So aesthetically, they needed
You gotta
something. in
fill
the middle.
someone.
Yeah, so that's what I was. I was basically like the whole player, CD. I was the CDM who just has to defend and not attack. Basically.
My
That-
cheeks hurt, dude.
I'm trying to come up with a player. I'm not talking about like as good as Kante or something. I'm talking about like one of those like Sissoko types who was just buff and who would just like उसका काम है कि Aguero को injure करो basically. I'm that guy in the band.
Ah, man. Crazy.
Death metal was like, but that was an eye-opening experience. I really like that stage wala feeling.
Right.
Being up on stage and just like everybody, you just have to seem like you know what you're doing and people enjoy it. With
Yeah.
the band, that's the feeling I got.
Yeah.
If it feels like you know what you're doing. With music and with comedy, it's like a bad thing.
Yeah.
You just come across cocky and like, what the fuck is this psycho? Why is he so confident? Like.
Yeah.
He never stepped. Like that feeling comes off like this guy's never stepped on dog poop or a puddle. Like,
I think that's why self-appreciation jokes don't work. Because
yeah,
you come.
I'm trying to understand that, because
Yeah.
I'm looking at it from a comedian, but like as far as the audience is concerned, like they don't like it if you're like, I have achieved so much. They
Yeah.
like it if you're like, yeah, my dad died and he used to beat me up. Like stuff like that, they're like, oh yeah, great. We love you,
I think most of the
So
audience
that
is.
sounds kind of mean
Yeah.
to me. That people
But-
are mean in a group,
But they're also sad. They're like, we relate to the shit because our dads beat us up a lot.
Yeah.
And that is why they want to laugh at that shit. Because somewhere or the other, that trauma hasn't left them. And they're like, okay, so this is normal. This hasn't happened with just me. So I should
Isn't it
probably move on.
acknowledgement is it like an acknowledgement? Like,
To
oh, your
to
life
your own
also sucks, huh?
traumas. Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I went and played for a show of billionaires, so
Yeah.
would that work out if I was like, oh, I just bought a helicopter. Oh man, this thing is costs $1 billion, like stuff like that. If I did like observational jokes about buying a helicopter, would that
See,
work in a
billionaire.
room of billionaires?
I think billionaire mindset is very difficult to understand stand-up comedy wise because they are not into this.
Yeah. Don't you hate it when you split the public politically? It's so annoying. You know? Like that would be the joke of like
Yeah.
a successful
Yeah.
billionaire.
Oh man.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
god, it's so annoying influencing the world culture by just like putting money in and things
forget
happening fast.
money. You can just say it's so annoying to influence the crypto market by tweeting shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
I
These
feel
days
like I
I've
have too
been
much power. That's the
yeah, I've been trying to change the what is it called? That thing that Ambedkar wrote, dude. Constitution.
Constitution.
I'm trying to change the constitution. It's like damn annoying, dude. All this Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha stuff. Like it'll be like
Yeah.
this weird, like world controlling observational
Yeah.
jokes, basically.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just go up there and be like, Hitler was my role model.
Oh my god.
Uh,
The worst opener ever, right?
oh my god. Yeah, dude. But
Oh, we've had one of like a bunch of. We used to do these like international hostels where like people from Europe would be staying. You know those Europeans whose feet look fucking ugly. They look tanned because they've been walking around these the Indian sun, but their skin is just like, bro, can you go back to Slovenia or whatever you came from? So there was a German person in this, what do you call it, in this hostel that we were performing at, and I think it was me. I've done that, and there was another comedian. Like, once they
yeah.
found out that they were German, like in came the Hitler jokes, and they don't go well with Germans that way.
It depends if they're Jews or.
Oh shit! But for them, it's just like how Americans talk about Indian films. Like, oh, they were kissing and then he kissed the navel and then flowers. You know how they talk about like Bollywood, like in the
Yeah, yeah,
West?
yeah.
Like, oh, everybody broke into a dance. It's kind of annoying. Like, as a Muslim, I get this. Oh, you guys are allowed 4 wives. That would be like a icebreaker joke.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for Germans, it's that, basically. It's basically
Yeah.
like being called a terrorist as a Muslim guy. So then,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
jokes are that, basically.
Dude, German army, like the German army is the most controlled army in the world.
Like, control, like, in the sense, like,
They have
don't
the most strict court martials and shit like that because
attack them with only 3 bullets. Don't go with the whole clip.
they're like they're like so their court martials are the strictest because the German government still fears that one day there might be a coup d'état.
Oh my god, this might sound super offensive, but they think that there are people in the army like
Yeah. Yeah.
some like like something Goldberg, and then he
Dude,
gets triggered or whatever. Like,
Nazis still exist.
yeah, they're all in Argentina. I heard. Is
Yeah.
that true?
Yeah, they're in South America. There are colonies in South America and they're in lakhs right now, like in lakhs. Okay.
Yeah, I've read about this a lot. Like they were all in Argentina, and then Argentina went through a thing in the 80s
Yeah.
where they were just like killing everybody, like journalists, artists, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then that guy got like bombarded like by the public and the world, basically. And then I forgot his name. It sounded like a footballer's name, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of those like Di Maria or something. It sounded like one of Di Francesco Di Maria something types. His name was.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That thing was quite interesting to read about, because I have a deep connection with South America. I think South America like aesthetically looks very similar to like India and Brazil would look similar aesthetically.
It does. Yeah. 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 That like it's sort of like the way India is culturally rich. The same way Brazil also like takes pride in their culture and their football and stuff like that. Yeah, there are a lot of analogies in like South America and
Like
India.
I feel like the same smells would be there when the plane lands in Brazil and you get out of the plane. That same diesel smell.
Yeah.
India has that diesel smell. You must have noticed whenever you land. If you've taken a flight in your life, you would land, and then like Russell Peters says that there's poop smell, but there is this always the stench of diesel
Yeah.
everywhere in India, everywhere. Like it's always been there. I don't know if you guys notice it because you were raised here and stuff. I
Yeah.
came from
Yeah.
Saudi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Saudi has the smell of just Islam. That's the smell of Saudi. And there's a specific smell, Islamic smell, okay? It's that they burn this black rock, okay, and they put it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It
It's called
smells a certain
dhoop.
way. Yes,
In India, it's called dhoop, right? Yeah. I get
it's
it.
like a Muslim agarbatti, basically.
Yeah. 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 I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how it smells. Like most houses in Saudi smell like that. The airport smells like that. Like
Yeah.
So in India, like diesel, I'm telling you, the diesel smell, like people who have come from outside and they come to India, they would agree with me. There's
Right.
just an undertone of diesel smell. So that's what I would think. Like Brazil would be like crowded, very crowded,
Yeah.
and like traffic going both ways.
Yeah.
You know how you have to kind of sometimes when you're walking, you have to give way to like a motorbike. Just on the footpath and stuff like that. So I think Brazil has that. There's in that exists in Brazil basically.
Right.
Like like the ghetto parts look like Dharavi. Have you seen this movie called Tropa de Elite?
No.
Oh, this is amazing action, like police action sort of movie.
Send it to me on Instagram. The name later. Yeah.
Tropa de Elite. It's called. It's pretty good.
Damn.
City of God. Have you seen?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God! It's a Brazilian movie. City of God.
Wow,
Dude,
you have seen Brazilian movies.
No, they were in the top IMDb top 250.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that thing, that list, that's a like a converter for a douchebag. The more movies you've seen in that list, the more you'll pretend like you're, oh, I read, the more you get into that.
I get it.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, oh, have you seen Game of Thrones? But have you read the book? The more you become that person, the more you watch. That 250, like you get to 100, you become like this guy who has round glasses, and then you get to 200, and then like all of a sudden you're like an activist, and you talk about that writer called Asimov a lot.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard of Asimov?
I have.
Yeah, but I've never read Asimov.
Even I haven't. I just know the name.
Yeah, I've hung out with too many of these. You know those people with round glasses who smoke a lot of weed who feel Bengali? Those people talk about Asimov all the time.
Right.
They pretend they look at paintings and pretend like they know. Those guys.
Right. Anybody of them, if they listen to this, you know who you are. Stop doing that shit.
Are you big into Harry Potter as well?
No, I'm not because again I have been with those people who have read the books and they're like, dude, the movies are just shitty and they're like just 20% of the books. So I've lost all respect for the movies and I don't read the books. So you understand, I'm not into it at all.
Okay.
That's how
I get called a muggle all the time, dude.
What the fuck?
Google what a muggle is. A muggle is basically someone anti-Harry.
Magic, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why you're called a muggle, because you had to Google the word muggle.
Yeah. So to piss someone off,
It's a paradox.
Someone I knew really well, and someone I know really well, like one good friend, I want to piss them off. So I basically took this. I heard about some Harry Potter test, which puts you in this like house. There's like 4 houses.
Yeah, Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, all of that shit, yeah.
So I took that test and I became. Which one is the smartest? Ravenclaw is the smartest? No.
Or Gryffindor. Gryffindor is the smartest.
I got Gryffindor.
Uh,
And to piss them off, I just like rubbed it in their face, like, bro, I'm Gryffindor, dude. Like, and they wanted to call me Hufflepuff or some shit.
Oh
So
yeah,
apparently
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff is like this power type of shit.
Loser house sort of a thing where
Yeah,
like
yeah,
nobody gives a damn about Hufflepuff because what happens is, so I know this much in Harry Potter that so Gryffindor is Harry Potter's, right, and his rival is in Slytherin.
Slytherin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ravenclaw has like there is some history of Hogwarts with Ravenclaw and all, and that's why Ravenclaw is also has some status.
Okay.
But Hufflepuff never anything like Hufflepuff hasn't been given any importance in the in the movies and in
The
the
trilogy or
the
yeah.
7 movies. So like that's why people call Hufflepuff like I don't know, a loser's house or something. I don't know what way they look at it. I am more into Marvel, DC, and all of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the superhero shit.
Only for me, Guardians is the best. Like among the movies, I'm
Yeah.
not a big fan of the movies because it just like it kind of feels like they know what will get your goosebumps going, and they just like
Yeah.
we'll do like fucking 25 of these.
Commercial,
You'll
yeah,
just
it's a lot. It's very commercial.
you'll be in awe of what is going on. One fact I don't like about movies like that, because they're catered to children, there'll be so much violence happening, but there won't be any blood. You know, that's what I don't like. Like, if
But
there's,
now-
like, Iron Man fighting
Now
Infinity
it's
Stones, like who that
yeah,
person,
yeah.
what's his name? The big
Thanos. Thanos.
Thanos. Sorry, the most obvious one. If fucking Thor is fighting Thanos and they fucking hits him, there should be like blood and like splatter and all that. Like, there should be blood where there's violence.
So DC does
The
that.
movies- Yeah, but they also kind of toned it down. Once the Batman shit got big, they also like kind of toned
In the movies, yeah, they sort of did, but it's like in the comics, they don't care anymore. Even
I
Marvel
like the
doesn't.
Punisher
Even
on
DC does.
Netflix.
Oh yeah,
That thing had like proper.
even Daredevil. It
Yeah.
has like proper torture scenes and shit like that. Like people are like literally taking wooden like sticks and inserting it into Stick's fingers, like in the middle of his nail and shit, and like they show it so vividly. I'm like,
I like it. I like it when superhero shit is kind of grimy.
you should watch The Boys. Have you watched The Boys?
Yeah. The Boys is the one where
Crazy.
Homelander
Homelander and that Nazi bitch.
There
Yeah,
is
yeah,
internal
yeah.
politics happening in the whole thing.
It's what? Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that. I saw where he pulls his dick out in the first episode.
Forget about in the first episode. In the second season's last episode, he jacks off at the top of a building saying, "I'm invincible. I'm invincible," and shit like that. And I'm like, if I was as strong as Superman, I would have done this.
Right?
Yes. So I'm
Right?
like so inclined towards thinking that if superheroes existed, this would be the exact model because of capitalization and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, he would have sponsorship deals. Like
He
the
would.
Flash would have like a Nike shoe. Like, oh, run faster.
Dude,
Flash.
that's what. Yeah, so that's what they showed, right? So he's known as the A-Train, right? In this
Yeah, the black
series.
guy. The black guy, right?
Yeah, and he runs marathons and he has all these sports deals with gym freaks and shit like that, like all of that shit, and it's so in alignment. And Homelander has deals with all this patriotic stuff. Oh my god, it's so on point, dude.
That's the thing. He runs through some people and then like.
A-Train runs through
It's
the
quite
girlfriend, the protagonist's girlfriend. My god, he's just standing there with hands, and I'm like,
That's funny.
oh, that's crazy, dude.
Another funny and violent, well, not a superhero thing, but comic book based thing
Kick-Ass.
was Happy.
Oh, Happy.
Kick-Ass was good as well.
Happy, yeah, I've heard. I think Akib, no, who?
Check out Happy, man. Happy.
Is it? It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
2 seasons. It won't fuck with your time so much.
Yeah. I will.
It's not gonna come out.
It's based on DC, right?
It's
It is based on DC, I think.
like there is a thing that DC bought. Something with a V. I forgot.
Arey, yeah, I understand.
So DC bought a dark darker comic franchise.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It starts with a V, I think.
I'll tell you. Wait. So production companies involved with Constantine, right?
I think so.
That.
Happy the graphic novel, basically.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Happy the graphic. That thing had like violence and like slapstick, sort of obvious funny.
Yeah, 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 yeah. One was
And
Village Roadshow Pictures. No, no, no. Wait. The
the comic
was it
is
Dark
by
Horse?
someone. I think it's Dark Horse. I think yeah. Sorry if I said V, but Dark Horse. Yeah, I think it's
Dark
Dark
Horse.
Horse.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dark
Yeah.
Horse is the.
So yeah, I think DC. It's a part of DC, Dark Horse Comics.
It is. All the the horror and the magical shit is based on Dark Horse in DC. I think like Constantine is a Dark Horse character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kel told me about Dark Horse. Like I recommended. I was telling him, "Oh, watch Happy." He's like, "Oh, that's a Dark Horse thing." It's like, yo, bro. Like, how many books have you read? You know about everything. Like Kelt is one of those guys. Like he's a drunk encyclopedia, basically.
Right.
Yeah. One of my.
I want to watch Happy, and then there is another new series that has come on Netflix. It's what is it known as, dude? I don't remember the name, but it has like a kid with two like horns on his head. It's a brand new show by DC on Netflix, and it even that is pretty good. I've heard. I don't remember the name, but
I should check it
it's
out.
really good.
I go through like I accommodate like not accommodate. I collect things to watch, right? So it'll
Yeah.
be like probably like 90 hours of stuff I have to watch, like fucking 15 movies and like 20 shows,
Oh, dude.
and then I'll go through like one. I'll pick a week and I'll
Yeah.
just like finish everything basically.
So there is an anime called Afro Samurai.
Yes, I fucking love
Fucking
that shit.
hell, dude! I have to watch this. I
You haven't
have
seen
to.
it?
No, I haven't. I have to
Oh,
watch this.
dude, Samuel L. Jackson is in it, dude.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson is the main
Phil
character.
Lamar. Oh my God! This is like.
Right? Samuel L. Jackson is
Yeah,
Afro
yeah, yeah,
Samurai.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dude. You gotta watch this.
I have to. Yeah.
There's a show called The Boondocks. Have you seen The Boondocks?
I have. Boondocks I've
Okay.
seen. Yeah.
So this is basically a string of American animes that came out in the late 2000s, mid 2000s, 2005, 4, 5, 6, that time.
Oh right.
And it was on Adult Swim, basically. So
Oh.
check it out, man. There is Black Dynamite as well. Check out Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite. Okay.
Yeah.
I will.
Black Dynamite is ironic black crime fighter. It's ironic, but it's like
Right.
over exaggerated. Fuck. He fucks some. I fuck bitches and I fight something like that. Like he would have like. Check out Black Dynamite. So there is this genre of movies called black exploitation movies,
Yeah.
which was basically the black indie movies that would come out during the 70s and the 80s. And these were basically like action film, like a Die Hard type of a movie where this black guy just saves, like this is super talented black guy who's like, like black belt in like 9 types
Yeah.
of kung fu, and he's great with guns. He's like an ex-military, but also fucks a lot of bitches and like has like a sorry for saying fucks a lot of bitches, but that's like
Yeah,
the
yeah, I get it, I
terminology that
get
was
it.
used in the movie. And then
Yeah.
like he has like the Dr. Dre type of a car, and like
Oh.
yeah, check out black exploitation movies. Like check out Black Dynamite, the live action movie and the cartoon.
Cool.
This is a level of comedy that you would be shocked by. It's like on purpose by mistake comedy. You get what I'm saying?
Right. I get it.
They've made something on purpose bad so it looks funny. That way.
Dude, what the hell? Even iZombie is a DC show, dude. What the fuck?
iZombie. I haven't heard of iZombie at all.
There is.
iZombie?
Yeah, it's
Dude, that
it's
sounds cool,
iZombie.
man.
It's like iRobot, you know.
Like a robot zombie.
No. It's the name
Right.
means like yeah. It's I and zombie.
That's Apple's new product. Oh, this
But
is the new. No, this is 2015, man. Is this on Netflix? Yes, it is. Oh,
it is.
wow.
It is.
Okay. I'll check out iZombie, man. Oh, dude, you should check out Black Dynamite.
I
Black
will.
Dynamite, Afro Samurai,
Afro
Boondocks.
Samurai and Black Dynamite, right?
Yeah, killer shows, man. Like it's
Oh yeah, this series called Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth.
Yeah,
Is
so
it?
it's Rotten
Is it a
Tomatoes
clown?
98%,
Huh.
and even the I think
Oh, okay.
it's based on DC, one way or another, American fantasy drama, comic book of the same name, by
Sweet Tooth. Yeah, I see it. I see the comic book here on Google. Looks
yeah.
cool, man. But it seems like one of those fucking what's that thing, dude? Ah, fuck, I can't remember.
Oh
Director
shit!
movie.
It wasn't Dark Horse. It was Vertigo Comics.
Vertigo.
Now
okay,
I
yeah.
remember. Yes, Vertigo.
Yeah, that's
So-
a DC thing, right? Vertigo was bought by
Yes,
DC.
yes,
yeah.
and even Sweet Tooth is based on Vertigo comics.
Okay.
Yeah, so it
okay,
must be a
I'll
good
check it
show.
out. Oh, I hope it's violent. If there's a lot of blood, I fucking
Well,
like
let's
that
see.
shit. Oh my god! In the second season of Punisher, I think the
Jigsaw
15th
comes back
episode-
and crazy, like
10th episode or the 15th episode, one of these things where Punisher meets
Oh,
the killer
the-
of his wife and
dude.
kids.
the prison scene
Yes.
kills
Dude.
17 guys. 17
Yeah,
is his
yeah,
body
yeah.
count there, and that scene is like, oh, epic.
Yeah. That's when I was like, this is grimy and fuck, this is what I like violent, like.
And the
Punisher,
best
I
part
always
is-
liked.
And the best part is the wounds, right? That Punisher has when they're healing. The colors that his wounds have, like his face turns yellow,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like, this is so realistic. Like the makeup artist should get an Oscar or something for this shit, because nobody notices these kind of things, while watching a series. But he did a very good job with the colors and all, showing his healing process. It was very realistic.
Hey, moving away from like Marvel DC stuff, have you seen the show? If you like getting tear jerked all the time,
Yeah.
if you like those shows,
I like
like oh,
those
that's
kind
so
of things.
wholesome. Wow.
I watched
Dad,
Chintu ka birthday, dude. Like,
Oh,
those,
really? Okay.
That
It's good, huh?
It is really good. It is damn. I mean, it is very light-hearted, but in the end, it just gets so emotional when, like, things get back in place, and like Chintu's birthday happens,
I have
and
to
like
watch it. I haven't
it's a
watched
very emotional scene.
Tanmay produced it, right? Oh, one more thing Tanmay did, by the way.
Yeah. He does a lot of things. I told you, right?
Yeah, then whatever, he deserves it, man. Yeah, fuck, I guess what.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say, dude? Oh, there's a show called God Unfriended Me. Okay.
I've heard of it.
It's on Amazon, and it's one of those shows that, like,
Let's
I
see.
didn't even know how I ended up watching it, but first 3 episodes, it'll fucking put tears in your eyes, because it's all about, like, son and dad and family. Like, it's not like a
Right.
drama like Kahani Ghar Ghar Ki. It like relates to like youth fuckers like us, because the protagonist is like a youth fucker.
Right.
Kind of like, it's very relatable.
God friended me.
God unfriended me or something. No, God friended me.
Oh, right. I've
First
heard
3
of
episodes,
this.
you watch it, and then the rest of it is quite predictable.
Cool.
The structure of the show gets very predictable very early, but it's just very what do you call it? Very wholesome. It's like one of those shows that any episode you catch, you know what's gonna happen. You
Right.
just see like what happens. Like
This Is
how it-
Us. Have you seen This Is Us?
Yeah.
The first 2 seasons. I have cried in almost every episode of This Is Us. But the 3rd season was just, oh my god, it was so.
Oh no, I don't think I've watched
boring.
This Is Us. I thought you were talking about that horror movie.
No. So, there is a show called.
I've heard of this show,
Wait,
like
let
the name
me-
I've heard of it. But let me Google it and see if I've seen this. This is Us.
Yeah, This Is Us. Yeah. So, this.
No, I haven't seen
So this guy with long hair and beard and all. Okay.
this.
So this guy is the heart of the show, and Like whenever they show him, like you'd get so bubbly when they show him. And his kids are fucking broken to the core, dude. Like, my god. Dysfunctional as fuck, man, this family.
Got all drugs and all.
No,
Sex.
that is just one guy who does all that.
Okay.
The other two, like one of them is damn happy in his life with a very successful job and a family. But he's black. He was adopted.
Oh wow.
So those are the struggles he goes through, and like he finds his original father, and then he finds out that his mother betrayed him, and fuck all stuff. My god, a lot
Mom
of things.
betrays. That's like a new plot, bro.
Like
Usually
the
dad betrays, no? In
see,
stories like
so
this.
mom betrays in the sense. So the mom who has brought up this kid, his name is Randall. Okay, so Randall's current mom, she knew Randall's father, but she kept Randall's father away from Randall.
Okay.
Because she couldn't have taken the separation and stuff like that,
Yeah, something. Randall's dad must have cheated, dude.
No, he left him at the hospital gate at a fire station gate because of the fact that he was a drug addict himself.
Oh.
So he didn't want that future for his kid. That was the angle, but you get to know that later on in the show. So
Wow,
before
what a
that, there's a lot of
selfish
emotion. It's an emotional roller coaster, dude.
I'll watch it. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm so sorry if I'm a dick sometimes. I just like sometimes
No,
I
no,
just
no.
like de-acknowledge stuff that people tell me for some reason.
But yeah, I mean, that's how it is. I thought you were single, dude. Like,
I'm now.
no. I mean, through and through.
No.
Right.
So yeah, that's what happened. Let's not get into that.
No. Of course not. Not on camera for sure.
So yeah, that's why I haven't watched like Netflix. in
I
a
get it.
while.
Yeah. What a loser. But yeah. Did you listen to what I said?
No, I didn't.
I said, what a loser.
Yeah.
I'm
Happens
just kidding, dude.
No, that happens sometimes. Though. You get caught up in your lifestyle, and God gives you a kick in the nuts. Let's just put it this way: if you believe in God.
I do.
Like,
But-
God is like a weird one for me, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I believe in God wholeheartedly. My family is like, ISKCON, right?
No.
So it's an international society of Krishna consciousness. That's what it's known as, and its name is ISKCON, ISKCON.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it has like 600 temples all around the world or something like that, and it's just expanding. So my family believes in it. I believe in it wholeheartedly. But the only point is there are a lot of conflicts in my head, and
That's the thing. Like the moral stuff makes sense to me, but the stories that well, for me it was the Islamic stories. Like when it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. This is blasphemous to even discuss this, but it gets really weird when they just like this person went here and they did this and they did that. Like, how are you so sure? Like,
the point is, let's say we believe that too, okay, but sometimes we get these doubts regarding the existence of God, and if these things really happened and how they should have transpired or could have transpired. And there are a lot of morals that God teaches you through stories, and they glorify a lot of characters. But if you look back at those stories, not from God's perspective but from your perspective, you'll know that even they were flawed to a huge extent, but they're just glorified and nobody talks about it. I wanna clarify my doubts. I'm not against, obviously not against the concept of God and
Yeah.
all of this, but it's the fact that, but the problem is, in my family, when I talk about it this way, as to
in a calculative way.
yeah, I'm like, let's just take this character. So he did this. So he married to a fisherwoman while he had a wife,
Okay.
then had a kid,
Okay.
And then he said the fisherwoman couldn't come to the castle ever. Like, is it really moral? But you say that he was a great king. So,
Was the
is he really a good example to give to the people? Like, that's the kind of. I'm just. This was an example I made up, okay? But there are a lot of stories which have like moral ambiguities regarding the characters. But then they don't talk about it. They just talk that, okay, this event happened and then boom, next event. That's how it is. Like storytelling. That's
But
just.
back then, like if all the stories are true, the times were so different. Like the moral compass was so, it wasn't as polished as it was now. Back then, it was
But-
just like, you know,
But I'll tell you.
could like kill
So-
someone and be like, yeah, it makes sense. You know,
Yeah,
people
yeah,
would
yeah.
actually do that. you know.
Yeah. So, but the problem is, so I understand that point too. Okay, that the traditions were different back then. But Mahabharat and Bhagavad Gita are two books that were meant to be an example for the people of Kali Yuga.
Kali Yuga is?
Kali Yuga is the time
After
that
that?
we are now.
Okay. Kali Yuga
In-
is right now.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we are. This is a yug that's going on. Okay.
Okay,
So there
okay,
are 4
okay.
yugs and blah blah blah. The one Mahayug, then 17 Mahayugs is one Manvantar. 71 Mahayugs is one Manvantar and blah blah blah. Okay. So
Okay.
there are a lot of things. So
That's like the Hindu calendar.
no,
You wanna say it
that's
like that, you know?
no. So Hindu calendar is totally different. So the 12 months and the days start at 4 a.m. and they end at sunset. Is like that's the way
Okay.
they go about it.
And that's pretty much like the normal, like that's how it is believed in the Christian calendar as well, right?
I think so, but I don't know. I mean, it's 12 to 12 in Christian calendar. It's 4 to 4.
Oh
in,
yeah, sorry, yeah. That was
It's
wrong.
4 to 4 in the Hindu calendar, and
But 4 in that's 4 o'clock in the Christian whatever Western time, right? Does just like
No,
in the
no,
sense,
no.
is 4 a.m. something else in Hinduism?
no.
like-
So as I said, so
Like as an example, like in Islam, like Fajr is sunrise. So 4 a.m. the first prayer is called Fajr. So
yeah,
in
it's
Saudi,
same.
when people
It's
tell you,
similar.
like,
It's similar
Okay.
here. So 4 a.m. To 6 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. is known as the Brahma Muhurt.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So that is the purest time of the day and the best time of the day to do anything. And whatever
Okay.
tasks you do in 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., the
It's,
fruits
like-
that it will bear later would be the sweetest, is what it's it considered as.
So, but do people talk like that? Like, I'll see. What was it called again? Brahma?
Brahma Muhurtam.
Yeah. So, do they say like, I'll see you during Brahma Muhurtam?
No, dude, no. That is like hardcore followers do that, not
Okay.
the normal.
No, because in Saudi,
People.
that's how they talk. Like, I'll meet you at Isha. Isha is the night prayer, basically. So,
So you'll
they don't
hear
say
that.
the time. They
Right.
don't say the exact time. Like,
Okay.
Isha ke baad. Or like
Oh.
Maghrib is the sunset prayer. So, that's how they'll say, like, I'll meet you after Maghrib. Between
No,
Maghrib
so-
and Isha. That's
so-
how they talk over there. They don't say the time.
So here it's like they have created an analogy. So when they say that let's meet at 4 a.m., they mean that it's the Mangal Aarti that they're
Okay.
meeting for. So even though they they say that let's meet for Mangal Aarti, and you know that you have to wake up at 4 a.m. That's how it is
Okay,
here
okay.
too in temples. That's how it is. So yeah, so as I was discussing, so these are supposed to be examples that I mean we should draw examples from these books and these characters that we have read about for to follow and make our lives ideal. So that is my problem, that how do you look at a character who was actually pretty flawed, in a moral sense. Even the way God talks about morals in that time, even from that lens, a lot of characters that are on the good side, on the heroic side, are flawed, but they are pretty glorified because of their abilities and stuff like that. They're glorified. So that is a conflict in me, genuine conflict in me, that I want to address. Okay. And I want to see if the people who really follow, if they have an answer for this or not. So these are like
This
these
is genuine question though. I
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
so this is like a curiosity in me that I want to eradicate. But the problem is the way of life that I have right now. my mindset doesn't allow me to go towards the temple a lot. That's how it is, because of the fact that I know that if I start doing that a lot, I'll have to uh, like close down the boundaries on the things that I'm doing right now, and I don't want to do that because this is the time I think that I can experiment the most.
Yeah. I think
Once.
getting religious is a thing you do after the age of 55. That's the thing.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
you
But
either
yeah.
choose like the life of hedonism or you choose the life of purity.
Yeah.
I I've seen people go through these things that by the time they're like their late 50s,
Yeah.
you're either the creepy old uncle or you're like the over religious old uncle.
Yeah.
There is no in between.
Yeah.
There's no normal uncle who's just like, you know, as a character that is, as a meme. I wanted to ask you, yeah, I didn't know that Gita and Mahabharata are different. Like I knew like
So
very
Gita is a
recently I
part
found
of
out.
Mahabharata.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Mahabharata is
The
the
whole
universe.
story. No.
Okay.
So Mahabharata is the whole story that went down, like the series of events that went down, and it so happens that during the 17 days of war in the Mahabharata, the final battle that happens between the two sides, the Pandavas and the Kauravas. So right before that fight, so Pandavas are 5 brothers, okay. So those guys are the protagonists, and the Kauravas are the antagonists, okay.
Okay. Again, 5 as well.
No,
Over there.
Kauravas are 100. These guys are
Oh.
100 brothers. Yeah.
Okay.
So these are 100 brothers, and here there are only 5 brothers. And so what happened is, the Kauravas had 12 segments of armies, and the Pandavas had only 7 segments of armies.
Okay.
So this was one of the drawbacks, and the second was all of these guys.
Drawbacks that it's 5 against 100.
No, drawbacks in the sense the limitations that Pandavas had.
Yeah, it's 5 against 100.
No, but the point is when you talk about the abilities, right? These 100 weren't as powerful as these 5, because these 5 people were the sons of gods. So
they had like 9 hands and like.
no. They were normal human beings,
Oh,
but
okay.
they were pieces of God, sort of like. So what happens is Indra comes down and blesses Kunti with a son called Arjuna, and Pavandev comes down and blesses Kunti with a son called Bhim, and Dharmaraj. So there is a god Dharmaraj. He comes. Is he Yamraj? If I'm not wrong, yeah. So he comes down.
Yamraj is the
Dharmaraj.
god of death, right?
And he is also the god of judgment, right? So he knows all the dharmas, and he knows what are the sins and exactly what is what. So he's also the Dharmaraj, I think. And if I'm not wrong, I don't want to go wrong about this in any way.
Is Ramayana part of Mahabharata?
No, Ramayana happened way back. Like, so this is one cycle, right, of Mahayug, 4 yugs, and this is the last yug of this Mahayug. So Mahabharata happened in I think the second or the first yug of the previous Mahayug.
Okay, so it's like all previous. So Hanuman comes in Ramayana.
And Mahabharata.
Oh, okay.
Hanuman is immortal.
Recurring. Okay.
Yeah.
Recurring.
Yeah.
Recurring. Okay. Wow, you learn a lot, man. You learn because I only found out maybe 2 years ago that Sikhs are not Hindus.
No, they're not. Sikhs are actually come down from Muslims.
Yeah.
That's the yeah.
So this was like it was new to me basically. I thought like they're like part of the
yeah. See, the way Sikhs live is actually more more towards the way Hindus live, but the lineage actually comes down from Muslims. Like, Muslims converted to Sikhs because a lot of Muslims did not want to yield weapons during the war that they were having, and Sikhs were the ones who were like, okay, fuck everything, we need to wield this and we need to go to war, and somebody needs to take the leadership. So Guru Gobind Singh did that, and he rescued the people. So that's how Sikhs came into being.
That's new, like completely new. Like genuinely, basically I saw like because Sikhs also put like a red line on their forehead, so I thought like okay, maybe there's just like
Yeah.
a different,
So
like
Sikhs are the most peaceful people ever. Like,
yeah. I've never had a bad time with a Sikh.
yeah,
They've always been very, very
jolly
chill,
and
even if
yeah,
it's the first time I've met them.
yeah.
It's been like the most chill.
They talk in the most respect, like
Yeah.
with the utmost respect with you, and they address you with G always, like Paji.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is
So
that racist to say though? Like like there have to be some grumpy, like Sikhs.
there might have been some grumpy
They
Sikhs. Like,
have to be, right?
yeah, there would be.
They can't all be having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like so Sikhs. Uh, when we talk about intra community conversations.
But you made a face that like now I'm gonna say something that I have no clue about. You made that face though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just assuming this shit, okay? That
Okay.
there might be some Sikhs who know that, okay, these guys are grumpy, these guys are grumpy Sikhs. But since we are not Sikhs and we know that all of them are sweet, they come off as sweet to us. You understand?
Yeah. Or are there like is there societal pressure on grumpy Sikhs to appear that they're having a good time because their whole race is like
I have
that?
no idea.
You know, like how American black people always have to seem gangster. They you know,
and
like, "Hey
then
guys, let's
and
get
then
cake,"
they also
like
have a
gangster.
problem with that portrayal.
Yeah, I don't know.
How the hell does that work?
Like, you know, a gangster would be difficult for him to buy cake because cake is very like, cute. So you can't buy cake like,
Or cream rolls and stuff like that.
yeah, he'll have to like make that face just to like balance out the
I think
cute.
he would only have beefsteaks and shit like that.
Yeah. Like if a gangster has to buy cake, he would have to walk into the cake store with like 9 guns just to balance out the cuteness of the cake.
He's like, he's like, bacon is for losers. Give me some pork chops. You
He'll
bitch.
walk to a cop and be like, "Can you punch me like 9 times just so that I can buy this cake? I don't want to look too cute."
Oh my god. Guys, we're just kidding. We're not racists. We're just
At all.
kidding. I love rap. Is that racist though? Saying I
Mention
love rap.
right after
Yeah.
having like a yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
You gotta be careful these days, man. You can't just run your
Yeah, yeah.
mouth.
But yeah,
Anyway.
I mean, so it so happened that right before the 17-day war, Arjun was like, "Oh shit, how can I kill my own family members, my brothers, my uncles, my grandpa, and all those people? I can't. I just can't." He sort of gives up, and then Krishna, the god, he gives him a whole lesson on how to live life, and the main lesson of that whole Bhagavad Gita event is that. So it sort of so happened that time stopped. That, like they show it like that Krishna paused time and then he put. But it wasn't like that. It seems like it was like everybody was listening to that, and Arjun was the one who understood it full-fledgedly.
Okay.
So it so happened that Krishna was like, just do the job. Don't worry about the fruit. Leave that on me. I am the one who assigns the fruit, and that always happens according to the job you do. So, and I am the god. So when I tell you have to kill them, you have to kill them. That's the way
Yeah.
he goes about it.
That stuff like that triggers me, dude. Even in Islam, there's like a lot of stuff like they just said it, so you do it. But there's so many questions I have to ask, like why and who and.
So it so
Why is
happens
it
that
with them?
Bhagavad Gita is a book that answers those questions to a huge extent in Hinduism. And that is why it's the most sacred book that we have. That's why it's called the most sacred book in Hinduism, because Arjun had the same ambiguities that sometimes we have, that he also had the question as to, you're the supreme lord, and you know that it's very important to respect your elders and like be good to your family. So how can you tell me to kill my own family? That's not morally right. And then Krishna tells him that they are your family, but they disrespected your wife in the whole court, and these are the people that who two of them like tried molesting your wife, and the others were sitting silently watching the whole thing without raising their
Oh,
voices.
really? This is like, there is stuff like this.
Yeah. So in Mahabharat, it so happened that Pandavas had one wife, like one wife had five husbands, and that was a dilemma because of the fact that so when Arjun went to that marriage, ceremony where he had to complete the task to win Draupadi as a wife. So he
Yeah.
completed the task and he went home, and Kunti was like turned that way, and he said, "Mom, I have a present." So she says, "Whatever you have, divided between five of you, the five of you, since you're brothers."
Wow.
And though
Isn't disrespectful?
and the sons were so obedient that it was a sin to not listen to her. So it became a dilemma as to what do they do. So Draupadi became an exception, that she's the only woman in history to have five husbands and nobody else is allowed to do that. And even that came with limitations as to, so the husbands had an yearly rotation. 1 year was with the eldest, and then the second year, like the next year, was with the second eldest, and then third, and then fourth and fifth. Then after that 5 year cycle completed, the first came back as the husband. That's how it went. So it so happened that
It's quite progressive.
so these guys were playing sort of a game called Ludo.
Oh God.
Yeah. It was Ludo. I'm not kidding. Okay. So there were four houses, like the four houses.
Oh, yeah.
If you look at the game, it's known as Chaucer in Mahabharat. But if you Google Chaucer and read about it, it's actually a sort of Ludo, because you have four pieces in every house, and then there is a common house where if the piece goes in, you win.
Yeah. That's basically Ludo. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like a gamble Ludo game. So there was money involved in that Ludo game, and property. So Yudhishthir lost everything because it so happened that the Kauravas had a maternal uncle, okay, and that uncle was very clever and sly in nature. So what he did was he made dices that were constructed from the bones of his father's ashes.
Whoa, that's deep.
So when his father died, he preserved the ashes and he took the bones from those ashes and he constructed those dice. And because of the father-son bond that they had, whatever number that he whispered and he threw, that number appeared on the dice.
Okay.
So that's how Yudhishthir lost everything.
Six.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Had that power. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
that's what it was. So it so happened that it's like counting cards in poker,
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing it is. So it so happened that Yudhishthir lost everything, and then he did not have anything or anyone to give, and then he's like, I bet my wife.
Winner, vegetarian dinner.
So he's like, I bet my wife.
Wow. And then he lost.
He lost, and then Draupadi is like, I'm not coming to the court. I deny this, and I ask the king to revoke this game, and we go back to our kingdom the way we came, and we won't do anything. But then the king is like, if you have lost, you have to come. And then it so happens that the eldest son was called Duryodhan, and the second eldest son of the Kauravas was called Dushasan. So Duryodhan says Dushasan that she is our servant now. We have won her, so bring her to the court. And if she denies, like pull her hair and drag her to the court. So he pulls her hair and drags her to the court, And then Duryodhan says, "Come and sit on my lap, thigh." Come and sit on my thigh. That's the first thing he says disrespectfully. And then Duryodhan says Dushasan that remove her sari. So that's called the. So that is known as the Cheerharan event.
So that's the depiction in the movies whenever they would go into like a scene where the evil guy has got the girl and
Yeah. So
that's the depiction.
yeah. So then what happens? Krishna helps Draupadi, and wherever Krishna is in a battlefield at that time, and he just pulls out his Sudarshan Chakra, and he supplies cloth to the sari. And what happens is, so Dushasan keeps pulling the sari, and it's fucking endless. Like a magician pulls out the napkin. It's the same thing. And then he and she is constantly meditating towards Krishna and saying, "Save me, Lord! Save me, Lord! Save me, Lord!" That's why she is chanting the whole time. And then seeing this devotion, Krishna is like, "I'll help you," and he supplies her with the cloth to cover herself. Yeah, and then it so happens that she's covered the whole time, but this was an attempt to molestation, and she was physically assaulted and all that, right? So all the Maharathis sitting in the court and the king and all of those guys, those were sitting quietly and listening. Only the minister, the mantri in the court was like, "What are you guys doing? Somebody say something, do something. Why are you guys quiet? This is not what is supposed to happen in a king's court." And the king was literally blind, like literally blind, not just
like
metaphorically. Yeah, blind. So
blind.
so they've shown like the metaphorical and the literal blindness in the same room. And then it so happens that these 5 Pandavas are like,
Wow, he didn't hear all this.
we will avenge Draupadi. And then Bhim says that I will be the one to kill all the Kauravas, and he kills all 100 of them. And he says that, "Dushasan, you use your hands to pull Draupadi's hair and to pull her dress. I will remove both your hands from your body, and then I will fucking tear your chest apart, and I'll take the blood from your chest, take it to Draupadi, and bathe her hair in that blood." And Draupadi is like, "My hair was pulled by my devar, like my brother-in-law, in a very disrespectful manner." So there is a chuda that they wear, like sort of a crown, and like that's a depiction that you are a suhagan, like you are a
That's why
bride.
women wear that thing on their head.
Sort
when they're
of.
getting married, the gold thing.
Yeah. So that is sort of a married queen's ornament, but she's like, "I won't wear it forever." But then Bhim is like, "I will do this." So she's like, "Okay, then I won't wear it until this happens." And then this happens in the war. So this is why the war happens over Draupadi's, final this. So Pandavas were oppressed constantly in the story. And then Draupadi's event was the tipping point for Pandavas, where they were like, "Now we have to have a war." And all of India participated in it.
Okay. That is intense.
Yeah.
I'm not too well versed in Islam, but there is some stories that is true.
Yeah. So it's analogies everywhere. I've observed and known that like every religion has their analogies.
In a deeper sense.
Like Shiva is the destroyer, and Krishna is the creator, Brahma is the preserver. The same way there are 3 main gods in the Greek mythology: Zeus, and 2 other, Poseidon and one more. Ares is the son of Zeus, I think. There is another guy who Hades, Zeus and Poseidon. I think these 3 are the 3 sort of the big 3 in the
And then there was
Greek
a new
mythology.
one as well, no? Kratos. Okay, sorry.
But yeah, I mean there are analogies in all of these religions, and I feel like there is a possibility that all of these things are derived from one particular mythology, and like people call it mythology because they're not believable to a lot of people, so conventionally called mythologies. But maybe it's like these things were one event, and they're just propagated in different styles to everyone, and that is why
Maybe
like
I kind of sometimes feel like it's ancient high level literature that just got
yeah, I don't
carried
know.
over because those were the greatest hits back then. So they just kept getting carried over.
I don't know, dude.
So
I mean, that's a stretch though. Don't you think?
yeah, it is. It is. Like sometimes I feel like in another like 150, 200 years, all this shit that we've been shooting with conversations on like YouTube and all, there will be like cutouts or memes of Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan said this and blah blah blah. Joe
Yeah.
Rogan was this guy who was so disciplined and blah blah
Yeah.
blah. So I'm sure like stuff like that will. I'm not saying exactly Joe Rogan, but there are going to be people who are going to be glamorized like eternally, and then in the future they will just seem like myths that existed, or the stories about them would seem like, oh my god, there was a guy like this who actually existed.
But don't you think that like those guys are like Alexander the Great and the like
Akbar or whatever.
yeah, I mean it's like the way you depicted Joe, like the way you talked about Joe Rogan. We can talk about Alexander the Great and those guys
Yeah.
like that, but when it comes to gods and mythology altogether, it seems a stretch when you say that they were just hit the greatest hits of their time because
Because if it's happened that long ago and then it's still carried over at 2021, there has to be some, like that level of like they must have killed so hard back then. Like in the
yeah,
sense,
I don't
I'm
know,
talking about
maybe
in set terms,
maybe, but
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why their work is carried around. Like everything that is important in history always gets recorded. So
Yeah,
some
Ved
must.
Vyas actually wrote Mahabharat down.
Mm.
He said, "I have witnessed Mahabharat, and this is the things. These are the things that I've witnessed." That's what he said.
Wow.
Then Ved Vyas. So Ved Vyas is also known as the extension of God, and that is why, although he wasn't in the premises when all these things were happening, he still knew everything that was happening, and he was a sort of a sadhu back then. So
This is deep.
there are a lot of things, dude. I can get into it, and I know a lot through my brother and through my mom and dad. But yeah, I mean,
Oh man, that's pretty deep. This whole Pandavas thing, like I had no clue that this kind of stuff had happened and all that.
Mahabharata is ugly, dude.
That makes a good story.
Ramayana is not as ugly as Mahabharata, and it only shows you that when you talk about yugas and you talk about the fact that sins only increase down the yugas, that's actually true because Ramayana is clean as hell. Like Sita was kidnapped and she wasn't even touched by Ravan. Like
Okay.
she was kidnapped through Maya, and she was like so it so happened that after she went to the Ravan's mahal, and so there was I think Vatika one or some, I don't remember the garden's name, but Ravan had a beautiful garden, okay, and Sita was always guarded by Rakshasis, like female demons,
Rakshases, yeah.
female demons. So, and Ravan had told that I won't touch Sita until she agrees to marry me herself. And like, Ravan was a guy of morals, high morals, but he isn't shown that way. But he was a guy of high morals. And Sita had
Of
made a
principle.
grass, like a single grasslet, I don't know, her weapon. And whenever like she had that much of meditative power that when she said that I make this grasslet my weapon, and if you try and come near me, uh, if you touch
This
me,
would,
this would
yeah.
burn you. And it
Wow.
actually happened when he tried touching her. It sparked, and it tried, I mean, almost killed Ravan. So then he was like, all right, okay, won't touch you, chill. And then Ram came and like beat Ravan, and then he took Sita back.
Dude, these things are fucking cool, man. All all that shit is damn boring, dude. I was like very stoic types. Like
So
this
okay,
arts-
there is this movie called Ramayana the Epic. Okay.
Have you heard of 18 Days?
The
This is a
comic,
YouTube
right?
series. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a
Graphic
YouTube
India, right?
series.
Yeah. I have heard.
I did voice work on 18 Days. Not actual like proper voice work. It was just like some grunts here and there of people getting stabbed and all that. Like the guy who's leading an army, he would say like,
Oh, with
"Bring it
Graphic
down."
India.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did some voice work.
damn.
Yeah, I don't know which episodes.
So
but I
18
did
Days is
voice
based
work.
on the Mahabharata war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said no, like the war was 18 days and
Yes.
that's the war. Yeah. So I did like, but the voice work was not any of the characters, just like some extra voices, like "Grr!" and like get him, like all the English language stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't any of the main characters at all. So you know Sal Yusuf. Sal Yusuf is this actor slash comedian from Bangalore. And he used to do the voice work. So I met him at an open mic when he used to do comedy, and I asked him like, "Hey, I'm looking for work. I just moved." So he's like, "Oh, you do voice work?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then he called me, and I did some voice work.
Oh, that's nice.
Not that I did voice work. I just had some experience. Like 2-3 times I did it, and I just like booked a job like that.
So
Anyway.
there is one Ramayana movie. Wait.
Ramayana. Oh, sorry, that's disrespectful. The Ramayana. Oh, where's the movie, dude?
So this movie is crazy good, okay? And like
there is a lot, man. There's like a bunch of Ramayana movies, man.
Yeah, there are a lot of movies, but this one movie was a great depiction, and like this was a super hit, and it has come on Cartoon Network a lot, okay? And that's why I know
Which one is
Ramayana
it?
by heart.
What is it called?
I am trying to
चलो शुरू करते हैं.
yeah, so this was made by Japanese animators, okay?
Okay. Do they have? I've heard they have their own separate Hindu mythology in
Dude, there is
Thailand and parts of
yeah.
Korea
So
and
this is
Japan.
the movie, okay? I'm just sending a copy link address, and I'm putting it in the Zoom chat, okay?
Oh, Zoom chat. huh?
Yeah. So this is a Wikipedia page, and this is known as Ramayana: The Legend of Prince Rama.
Wow.
And this was in collaboration with the Japanese animators. So you'll see very cool animation and stuff. Watch this movie, okay? It won't feel like a mythology movie at all. That's how great it is. And like, not at all boring. Amazing, dude.
Yeah, check it out. Man. Definitely. Cyrus Brocha is in it.
Nice.
Yeah. I was just Rahul Bose. Oh wow, Rahul Bose I like a lot, man. He's a pretty good actor. Rahul Bose was in that movie, no? I can't.
And there is a song called Shri Raghuvar Ki Vanar Sena Setu Bandh Rahi, and I vibe to that song a lot, a lot, bro.
I'll check this out, dude. I haven't cooked dinner. And, it's been-
yeah,
when
sure.
Did we start?
2.5 hours, dude.
Wow,
This is-
enough? You want to do more?
This is like more than enough.
okay.
Like
Okay.
I do 1.5 hours, but this
2.5
is something I
hours.
can put on Spotify, the raw version, and then I can put a clean version on YouTube, 10 minutes
Wow, okay.
clips.
I looked at the
This is
time.
proper
it was like
Joe
11,
Rogan.
I'm like 2 ghante ho gaye.
Haan.
And then I looked at the time again. It was like 11:40. Okay, now I have to do something about dinner.
Yeah. Have your dinner, and dude, thank you so much for coming. And this was a proper like I had a proper Joe Rogan moment just now when I looked at the time, because I don't think I've had such a versatile conversation with anyone. And
I had
yeah,
fun.
dude.
There's like bunch of bits that you can use. Some of it will
Yeah,
have to get cut for sure.
Yeah.
This was fun, dude. This was actually fun. I didn't realize. Only after 2 hours I realized like it's been too long.
Yeah.
And then I looked at the time now and like it's 40 minutes gone like that.
So one last thing, I'll contact you about audio podcast. Like I want to know the process of how do you put it up and all that stuff.
Okay.
So
I use this, dude. I have. Oh, sorry. This. Do you have a sound card on you?
I don't.
I'm using. Oh fuck! I can't. 1 second.
Oh,
This is a Behringer Euphoria UM2.
so
And there
what
is a
is
bigger version as
so?
well.
What do you do? Like, how does it work?
It's this thing connects to a mic,
Yeah,
and then
it records.
there's a USB. Yeah. It doesn't record. It just basically is an interface, so it makes my mic quality really good.
Oh, right.
Processes my mic. It's an audio interface. That's what I use to basically get the mic connected to the computer.
Oh,
And then I use GarageBand or OBS is also fine. I don't know what you use for audio. Like, what are you using OBS for audio also?
yeah. This is the audio that goes up, and it's fine. Like, the noise is not too. If you check out my videos on YouTube, you'll know that the noise is not too much. Like,
I
it's just the
listen
fan and
to-
the AC, and my editor can like knows how to tone that down to a level where people
I
don't care.
listened to the Kelt one. The audio was good only.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I want to put out audio podcasts because I think on YouTube, getting to the longer versions, it takes time for people to acquire the taste for someone new.
Yeah. So you don't have audio versions of your previous episodes?
I don't.
Oh, why?
I have the
Doesn't it record like an audio track separately and
not the OBS doesn't, but I can just convert them into MP3s and I can use FMM pegs to do that. Not a problem.
do you have Audacity? There's an
App,
program
right?
called Audacity. Yeah.
Yeah.
App.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just you can just use Anchor and upload.
Okay.
How
I'll
many
do that.
episodes do you have?
23, 24.
23. Yeah. So isolate your audio files for all the episodes.
Yeah.
Get on Anchor, and Anchor is basically like a dashboard for all your platforms. So you just put up your 23 episodes on. You can choose what Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you want to put it on. Apple Podcasts, sorry. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever you want to put it on, and then Anchor will do it for you. I don't know how good Anchor podcasts do on Spotify. That's one thing I don't know. So I don't
I
know
think,
if you go directly or through Anchor. But
I
go
think
through Anchor.
I can go directly through Spotify. I think I can.
If you can.
Let's
But
see.
I have only 4 episodes right now. I'm going to record like 4 more.
So you do it on
tomorrow.
Anchor?
Yeah, I record separately and then upload it on Anchor, and then Anchor puts it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Basically.
I think
So-
Anchor podcasts now are doing pretty well because a lot of people are on Anchor. Like lot
Yeah.
of them are on.
But the only thing is Anchor, when you record on Anchor, the audio quality sucks.
Yeah, I know.
record it separately.
Yeah, even I'll do that. Like, that's why video podcasts are definitely on. Like, I will put the full versions out once I have an audience I'm feeling. And until then, I'll give like sneak peeks and like 7-minute, 10-minute edits to people and, tell them to go head to Spotify and and Anchor and all these platforms to check out the full
Like-
versions.
If you put it on Anchor, and you don't have to tell them to listen to you on Anchor, because Anchor will put it on Spotify for you.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Like, I'll tell them to go and check it out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and all of that. And let's see. I mean, I'm figuring that out. And it's like, even Joe Rogan has, adopted that method of going about the full versions on audio and the clips on YouTube because he knows that the clips pick up better on YouTube.
What has happened is he's exclusive with Spotify now, so his full episodes
Yeah.
can't go on Spotify. So he has to JRE clips that was there from before only.
Yeah.
So that stays, and then the original podcast goes on Spotify. But
Exactly.
the Spotify app sucks. I can't. I hate it.
I know.
Like, it's not.
I use
sometimes
YouTube
wanna-
Music.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sometimes I want to re-listen to like something like, so I want to rewind and like listen to a joke that's been cracked in the podcast, and the whole app crashes. Then I have to like restart it. It sucks. And, like YouTube
Yeah.
was way smoother.
YouTube Music is also great, dude. Like, YouTube
Their
Music
library is
really-
way bigger than everything.
Yeah, that's what is amazing about YouTube Music because you can find new creators very easily there.
Annoying.
But it's 11:45. You have to go and have dinner. So
Yeah, I have to cook, by the way. I haven't cooked.
this is the end of the podcast. Creators Talk Creation feat Aamer Peeran, guys. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Aamer. Thank you. My God.
my Instagram is at Aamer Comic. Follow me on there. That's my only
Yes.
social media that I'm using. Clubhouse as well, I'm there, but I'm not there too often. But at Aamer Comic on Instagram. Podcast link, everything is there. Podcast is called Villainish Intentions. It's on Spotify. Or there's a link on my Instagram. Click it off.
Great name.
ENJ. Just, I'll see you. I'll let you know tomorrow.
Yeah,
if I'm
yeah,
coming
yeah, for
to,
sure, for sure.
Vijayawada. But it's totally like a itch that I have to
Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Send me a number, dude. Like if you're coming down, definitely send me a number. It'll be
Yeah,
easy
I'll
to.
text you my number on Instagram.
Sure, sure, sure.
Cheers, man. Take care. Thanks for having me, dude. This was awesome.
Thanks for being here, and let's collab on your podcast someday if you
For
know.
sure, dude. For sure. We're trying to get to 100 with this one, so I
Sure,
need
sure.
ideas. So, yeah. For
Sure.
man. Cheers. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Have fun. Good night. Bye, Aamer. Thank you for
Good
being
night,
here.
man. Good night. This was really fun. Take care, dude. I'll
Yep.
see you somewhere in the future for sure.
Yes.
Cheers. Bye.
Good night. So, guys, give me a minute. मैं बीच में for everyone who is here for the first time, guys, like, share, subscribe, and for anyone who is returning, thank you so much for coming back, seeing my podcasts, and I hope that I'm giving you quality content and stuff to absorb that you have either never come across or maybe have come across and don't know a lot about it. Anything. Happy to help, guys. Thank you so much for coming back. That's the end. Damn tired. We'll be back with another episode soon. Maybe another comic, maybe another rapper, I don't know, maybe another music producer. Trying my best to get all kinds of creators on, but it's a process, it's difficult. I'll try my best. Good night. Couch Potatoes signing out.